Ahoy, and welcome everybody, welcome to Horizon's Call. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. We've been here for a while, several years in fact. If you were just joining us, welcome. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign using 5e rules, even as 5e itself tends to change and shift. I'm Derek Sword. I'm your GM for this game. I use he, him pronouns. I am joined, as always, by these very lovely individuals. We're starting a little bit later today because we just finished up Sword and Key SummerSlam 2025. Congratulations to one of our cast, Jenn, for being our Slampion. Not getting rid of that phrase. So congratulations to Jenn and Kallista for winning that tournament. But this is main timeline stuff. So let's jump into stuff. Before I have these lovely people say more about themselves and their characters, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key game. You can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find all of our socials. That's Instagram and BlueSky. We also have links to our Discord. Hang on our Discord. Check out cool things like this game. We also currently have an application open only for a little bit longer for Nightmares on the Frontier, a Wild West Eldritch horror fantasy game run by the wonderful Valdrianth that will be starting here in a few weeks. So, if that is your vibe, if that is up your alley, check out that application. Don't wait. Other stuff, we have all of our affiliate links on Beacons as well. Again, beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Affiliates like Hit Point Press, they make Humblewood and tons of other stuff. I mean, honestly, it would take me probably 30 minutes just to list it all. So use our affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing from them. You know them, you guarantee that you have wanted something or already have something from them. So if you're getting something else, use our affiliate link. We're also affiliates with Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis. They've got a lot of really cool new options for stuff right now, including busts if you are a miniature painter. So check them out and use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. We're also affiliates with Long Dog Dice. Very wonderful Jenn is the wonderful person behind Long Dog Dice. So if you are looking for your perfect dice set, even the official Horizons Call dice, you can pre-order those now. And regardless of what you get, you can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. You can also on Beacons find links to all of our charitable organizations, as well as the links to the Pally for this game in particular. This game, because the channel does not break even, and as much as we would love to pay our players, we try to cut out the middleman on that as much as possible, and we use Pally. So Pally.gg is a wonderful tool. Anything that you are generous and able enough to tip can impact this game, can influence it with incentives, and it also, the cool thing, is gets split evenly based on shares to the cast and crew, all of whom are the same people. So, if you got a couple extra bucks sitting around and you like or even love what we do, please consider that. All that said, let's go ahead and go around. Let's have these people introduce themselves. Mare, where can we find more? Or not find? That's the end stuff. Mare, who are you? What are you playing?
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all applications. I'm doing the end thing. God damn it. Hi.
Yeah, I know.
I play Acacia, your soul knife rogue star druid who kind of wants her room back, but also doesn't want people to be eaten by an owl bear.
Sentences that aren't said in our world, but are said in fantasy worlds for sure. Just want my room back. I don't want people eaten by an owl bear. Yeah, excuse us for maybe talking a little out of turn on stuff because several of us have been sitting here for 3 hours plus at least already, and we're doing this again because we love it. So thanks so much, Mare. Next up we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Winnie, who is a sea elf alchemical artificer. I don't know. I was behind the scenes,
okay.
But I'm still tuckered out.
Yeah, Eva did production for the final fight of SummerSlam and is doing production for this. Special thank you to Eva for doing such amazing production work. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hi fam, I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus with he, him pronouns. Your Triton, Shadow Sorcerer, Oath of the Infinite Seas Paladin, and yeah, I'm yeah. I don't know. I'm kidding.
We're all there. We're all doing it.
It's a day, guys.
It is a day, and we're doing our best. And especially this crew, the fictional characters of this crew, have also been through it lately. So I respect the energy, character bleed though it might be. Special thank you to Mikyl, as always, for the amazing character art that you see on the screen, not only for this game, but many games. Go check out the Sword and Key SummerSlam art that Mikyl went above and beyond for. It's absolutely incredible. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kayla. I play your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who uses she, her pronouns, along with myself. Yep.
And last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Kallista, also she, her, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric, who's trying not to spiral right now and is only managing to not do so by virtue of the fact that everyone else is having a worse time.
In the ocean, it's called a whirlpool.
No.
We have a recap prepared by Kaila. So
Prepared is a loosely used term.
We have a recap which will be done wonderfully, regardless of how she feels about it. Kayla's going to do a great job, and the floor is yours.
The cat stole my notes.
Listen, the dog ate my homework is not an excuse, but the cat stole my notes will fly, because I've met that cat.
Yep. Top of last session, it was right out of battle. We had slain the two Medusa twins, and their crew subsequently kind of just, took care of themselves. Winnie has all of the mirror pieces. Winnie has a lot of creature pieces and parts, as well as 2 Medusa head in the bag of holding. So I really hope none of us kept anything valuable in there. 'Cause yikes. Proximus went exploring on his own and really literally fucked around and found out via cockatrice. If you're wondering why you shouldn't split the party, that's a really great example. I'm gonna be real honest, there was a lot of talking last session. There was a lot of examining options, trying to find the best fit, a lot of talk about who to unpetrify first and how and when. I still think we only have a vague idea of what to do, but it's gonna be fine. We did catch Panveer trying to be sneaky and eavesdrop on literally the entire conversation. He was basically told to fuck off, but also was told not to go near the owlbear because the owlbear would want to eat him, because the owlbear is currently in Acacia's room. Rip that room. I hope you didn't have any soft material in that room, because it should just go overboard at this point. Once we were all together, Scarlett had the great idea of her and Proximus using Proximus' spirit board to contact Corvus, Scarlett's dead ex, in case you did not realize, which her current husband did not particularly favor. And then everyone left, and Scarlett's captain's quarters is still absolutely destroyed, and her door is broken. Oh, and we're going to Lurefall.
Yes.
Yep, that's the important bit.
Yes. Going to Lurefall on the island of Planis. That is the plan. Okay. Well, thank you so much for that recap, Kaila. Please enjoy your point of inspiration. Use it wisely. Let's switch things up a little bit. So, you all are headed for Lurefall. Limping a little bit on the oceans right now, as your ships, a couple of them have taken some damage. So currently you are sailing the Redemption. You are sailing Cross's Mercy, which has taken significantly more damage. Both ships a little bit damaged in the sense that they have both been hit by the harpoons and hooks from the pirating ships of the Tombstone Twins. Nevertheless, the Tombstone Twins ships are also under your, I guess, your admiralty at this point. You're getting pretty close to being an admiral with the number of ships that you have sailing under your flag, although you haven't necessarily placed your flag on these yet. As it's still unsure whether you want to claim these as the Tombstone twins actually being deceased, or whether you want to run with the ruse that they are still alive, wondering whether or not that's going to make you more enemies or less. But you do have, believe it's the Death's Head and the Evil Eye, I believe, are the two ships. And then, yes, the Death's Head and the Evil Eye. And then you have the keelboat, which is sailing along as well, which you have determined is has, I believe I said 7 petrified individuals aboard.
There's 7 petrified, but 1 had crumbled.
Okay, great. So 6 remain then, and
6 salvageables. Got it.
Yes.
6 salvageables. All right. So, is there anything else that anybody wanted to do on that final day? We had kind of left off with Scarlett and Proximus discussing whether they wanted to convene supernaturally with the spirit of Corvus, and you also had Marcus kind of storming off in a bit of a huff. Anything else any of you would like to do for that day?
Please. Like I said, Winnie is gonna fix the door on her way out because it should only take under a minute because it's just a couple of hinges. And did Kallista just like peace out immediately?
So it was Scarlett and Proximus were talking, floated the idea at the spirit board. Proximus left, Kallista followed. They're having story time about Corvus. So we are
sees
gone.
You two talking, then you know.
Yeah. We the two of us pieced out.
Okay. Then I will save that for the next day. Winnie's going to awkwardly, I don't know, gaseous form her way maybe over to the Redemption, because she doesn't want to ask anyone for a ride because it's super embarrassing at this point. Assuming she has the spell slots. Otherwise, I think it's going to be even slower with her potion that I don't think she took. But she'll get there. It's going to be real awkward. And then she'll work on fixing little Jeffrey and doing some other stuff.
Okay. So the door to Scarlett's captain's quarters repaired then. Winnie on the other ship.
Yeah, I think the only thing is I just don't sleep in my quarters. I sleep with the rest of the crew. I sleep with the rest of the crew more or less until Owlbear is gone.
Okay. You sleep with the rest of the crew in the general crew quarters.
Yeah.
You know that Panvir's taken up there as well, and he's on one of the higher hammocks and just kind of keeps looking down at you like, "Is the floor comfortable?"
Yes, actually.
Doesn't look comfortable. This is pretty nice, actually. I've had lots worse sticks than this.
And he I have like a thing that's specifically made for centaurs. It's like something you can lean your human's part on, so you're I'm not all on the floor. So I'm actually would I rather be in a pile of pillows? Yes, but that's not great.
You feel a little something just kind of bounce off of your shoulder, and you have a high enough perception that out of the corner of your eye you see him just balling up little pieces of paper and just flicking them off the side of his hammock. What are you talking about? What? I'm not doing anything. Anyway, you should really sleep. It's been a long day.
Can I do a little pain in the ass thing?
Yeah.
Want to reach up and what's the hammock made out of?
The canvas.
Canvas is made out of
fiber. It's cloth, thick cloth.
Is it made out of plant fiber or animal fiber?
This is plant fiber.
Cool. So what I would like to do is just reach up, touch the side of the canvas, and I want to cast Druidcraft to just be to get those plant fibers to start weaving into his clothes to be a pain in the ass later.
Great.
Not enough to do damage.
Oh god,
but...
this little shit is going to be running around my ship naked.
No, I'm not doing it again. It's just enough to be a pain in the ass. Not enough to
Whether he runs
Trap
around
him.
naked or not is not going to be Acacia's fault. That's just going to be, it's going to be him being a little dick. Okay, so you all then, I'm sorry, anything else anybody want to do for that day or that evening? Okay.
I'd like to collect stained glass pieces.
Yeah, that's very sad. Yeah, you're able to do that. It takes quite a long time. You don't have the sticky finger gloves that Winnie did.
No. And I keep Serona off of the floor.
Yeah, that's the toughest thing. Is like having a cat. You're like, you're broken glass everywhere. Go away.
Don't move!
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Yes. Please disregard the moaning and groaning in the background. I have a very sad Pibble.
I don't think we can hear her, unfortunately. You're okay, Joy. Everything's gonna be fine.
Sleight of hand. 15.
Okay. You're able to get a lot of the pieces of glass pretty safely. One piece, you feel this sharp pain in your index finger, and you've gotten a sliver just beneath the surface, and it's just enough to draw blood. It's just that one extra like insult to injury. It's like it's not even enough. It's gonna stop bleeding in just a second. It's just that one last thing for today. Okay. You have about 5 days until your ships can reach port. That is you all essentially traveling as a flotilla. You have sent some crew over to man the other ships, both of the Tombstone Twins ships as well as the keel boat, the Gambit. Anything you all would like to do in this 5 days?
Its name was the Gambit.
Mhm.
Oh, what a
Nice.
oof.
I think
What
I
bad
did
luck.
actually. Yes, I think I did establish that. I did have that written down in my notes. So, yes.
I also have it written down, so and there's no way I imagined
Thank you for the
it.
validation, Jen.
I just
So welcome.
missed it.
You're totally fine. I miss stuff all the time. Yes, the Gambit is the name of the keel boat, which is still, except for your crew who have stowed the former crew, petrified, in the hold with all of the belongings, which are marked for the Imperial Senator, that you know is the owner of one of the rings, one of the Elder Rings. Yeah, the ship is pretty bare bones.
I think Kallista's, unless anybody's got anything that would change what she does, I think for the next 5 days she is not talking to a lot of people. She is doing her normal routine of like check in with Constance, see if she needs anything, go help with whatever like ship repair, like holding the boats together while we limp along because she has mending, doing that. And then at the end of the day, when it's time to like go to sleep, if we have not run into anything that would otherwise necessitate using it, I would use the divine intervention I have for a freebie, greater restoration on whatever order of people we have decided between that ship and our ship and all of that, like what that free crew fixing looks like.
Okay. So to that point, who were you unpetrifying, and in what order?
My God, we're starting with the captain, right?
Okay.
I feel like between that on that ship, yes, we need to start with the captain. The question is, are we doing that when we get closer, or are we doing that first? So we've got 4 days of asking for information and whatever.
I feel like middle of is a good
Yeah.
timeline because if we do it too early, then it will be we'll unpetrify my crew.
Yeah, it gets weird real fast. So
Yeah.
like,
I mean, they're not really in a position to bargain. Like, we're doing them a favor
No.
overall.
Unpetrify my
so-
crew. No, you can
Yeah.
wait.
I think there is also an argument to be made for the fact that it's like there is a cleric, and I don't think it's ridiculous for them to assume that I'm the only one who can do it, and that like doing one in a day, that's a big deal, is not like unreasonable. So I think we could easily make that argument if he wants to be shitty about it. We also
Yeah.
have a brig if he really wants to be shitty about it.
Exactly.
There's also overboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I would say starting with him, and if we're wanting to do everyone for free, then we kind of do have to do him absolutely first, because we will have to spend our travel days doing that entire crew and then doing our crew later.
I would take, because there were 7 of our crew?
7 of ours, 6 of theirs.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Winnie has 2 potions, or anti-whatever, out the gate. And then Derek said 1 a day after that, providing I have, amongst what I gathered, enough.
Other materials.
I
So, yeah,
don't-
So if we
yeah.
use Winnie's vials and then Scarlett's 2, that's 4 crew taken care of.
Yeah, but if
if
we
you
use
scroll
Scarlet's,
back-
that's money.
If you scroll
That's
back in our
everything.
It's fine.
Discord chat,
Okay.
I broke it out numerically, and I'm not going to go
Yes.
find it because my
No,
brain is
you're
tired.
fine.
But it is there.
Yes.
If we want it all for free, it has it. It's like 6 days or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I guess I couldn't do it the day of the fight. It would have to start the next day. But yeah, I would. It sounds like we were in agreement that at the end of that day, assuming we didn't get anything else,
Yes.
that I will unpetrify the captain of the Gambit.
Great. Okay, let's go ahead and cut to that real quick. So, the captain was seated at like the desk of the captain's quarters. It's a little tough to move him because you're moving like a seated person into the hold, but the crew are able to help you as you make your way over to the keelboat to get him back out, place him in a seat. His like hand is still holding the quill that he was writing in the captain's log with. The quill is not petrified, and as you cast your spell and summon the arcane to basically break the stone, you are unfossilizing somebody, turning the flesh back into, or turning the stone into flesh once again. And as this captain unpetrifies, you begin to see a man with darker tan skin, big bags under his eyes. He has a dark goatee that's becoming paler with age, and hair that kind of wraps around the back of his head. He's bald on top. He's kind of portly, but fit enough for sailing. You can definitely tell that like he is a captain that leads from behind, not a captain that he's not doing a lot of like tying off the ropes or anything. He's giving commands, going into his captain's quarters, and like has more than his fair share of food and drink. He's not dressed in particularly like high-end finery, and as you look around the size of his ship, he's probably a mediocre captain. This is a merchant vessel, probably picked up, whatever jobs that he can, whatever contracts he can. But he, wide-eyed, gazing up at you as he was at one time one of the twins, or perhaps both of them, lets out this, like, ah! And goes to reach. He looks down, there's no desk anymore. He goes to reach for something that was probably in a drawer, and it's just not there, and there's this panic, this shock as he is revitalized once again. You can also see there's like exhaustion on his face, and he's looking all around. You have a couple of crew with you, and now this blue tiefling, and he drops the quill and just puts his hands up. You can have whatever you want. Just take it. I'm willing to let you pirates have whatever you need. I just don't want any trouble.
I think when I would have done this, I would have made sure, as much as I hate it, I would have made sure Scarlett was there because she is in charge of everything. If anybody else wanted to be around, sure. But like as soon as he like moves and is startled, Kallista also like backs up and his hands up, like everything's all right. We found you and your crew. Looks like you had a run-in with something that petrified you, and I'm just you're safe now.
Give me a persuasion check.
What? That's a natural 20.
Great. Okay. You are not a Medusa. You have a pacifying nature to you, and nothing about you seems aggressive. Instantly, his shoulders untense. He leans back in this chair and just like puts a hand on his knee. All right. So, are you not pirates then?
I don't say anything. I just look at Scarlett.
That's you. Somebody just looking out just past you. Just, what's the answer? What are you doing aboard my ship. I don't recognize your crew. Nothing against you. You seem to be a nice individual, but you all, you stink is rude. You appear as privateers, swashbucklers, brigands of the sea. Why are you all aboard my ship? Let's start there. How about that?
Well, you and your crew were turned to stone
Aye.
by the Tombstone twins.
Where are my crew?
Don't worry, we will take care of them, but you are the only one who is back to yourself.
Roll me a persuasion check. Callista has
18
bedside
18.
manner. Okay, 18 is pretty good. Okay, he's
Oh, 18
up a
on the
little-
dice, persuasion plus 5, so over 20.
Great. Okay. Yeah, he
23.
also is like, new person talking now. This person wearing like a captain's coat. Siren, appearance to her. Again, kind of tenses up, but he loosens back down. All right. So you saved us from a Medusa attack then. My gratitude to you. So thank you and goodbye. Is there something I can do for all you all? We have somewhere to be, you understand?
Yeah, we noticed.
That was the beginning of a statement. Where's the end of it?
Your, how do I want to put this? Client? Sure, we can call them that.
Sure.
Might be a person of interest for us. If
Are
you know
the kind of-
anything.
if I know anything, what is a person of interest? Are you? What are you? Politicians? You don't seem like politicians. What are you?
Could be a
Lobbyists?
No, opportunists.
All right. Everything's in the hold. I have a little bit of gold in the chest that's locked in the bottom drawer of my desk. Take what you need. Just don't kill my crew. I have dealt with pirates before. Gods know the mid-seas is not a great place, but I'd rather run into them than something beneath the waves. So, opportunist, I know the lingo. All right.
I can speak personally. I don't want what's in your hold. I just want to know everything you know about the person you're taking the stuff to.
I know that he's an important senator. I know he's a collector of various forms of history and memorabilia. When I received word about this job, he was asking for remnants of the old empire. I believe he's putting on some sort of fancy gala or whatnot, where he's going to show off the decadence of the empire for one of their big holidays. I mean, again, gods know they have enough for every day of the calendar. Other than that, only know what anyone knows from reading the newspapers and keeping a front of the rumors. But yeah, that's what I know. I mean, he's one of the richest men in the empire. I mean, it's not news to anybody.
No.
Why, you thinking of stealing from him? Because I've heard that he makes a special exhibit of people who've tried.
No, I don't have want for anything that he has. But could be useful. We will work on unpetrifying your crew.
All right.
One at a time. One each day. And eventually, when we get to port, figure out what to do with you then. We're not in the hobby of killing people. It's not really our deal unless we absolutely have to.
That's the kind of news I like to receive. I didn't catch your name. Captain, I'm going to infer, and ship surgeon, perhaps? Just looking at Kallista.
Backup surgeon, more on staff cleric for things like this.
I recognize the
Yeah.
vibe. You know that fancy pirate word vibe. But your names.
You first.
I'm Captain Dudley Swales, captain of the Gambit.
Do I-
I love
do
that
I
his name
know
is
that?
Dudley.
I don't know that name,
Dudley
do I?
and Bubba. Yeah.
I think this would have to be a pretty high history check, and even then, yep, it is what it says on the tin.
Sounds like a name. Got it.
Sounds
I
like a
didn't-
guy.
I
Is
didn't
this a
think-
famous guy? Nope.
No. I was wondering if he worked for Eula at some point. Some
No, this guy
undisclosed
is
time.
like, yeah. Even Eula's like, I can
No.
do better. Know your worth.
God, I so don't want to give him my name.
I'm not a fae or anything, if that's what you're worried about.
That's very apparent.
Is it now? I've met some fae where you wouldn't know it at first.
Captain Scarlett Shores, at your service.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
I'd really recommend you take her word for it before she proves it to you.
All right, Captain Shores. I mean, you don't look that different from your
Can
other
I
posters.
cast Detect Thoughts?
Sure. Let's see.
It's a fucking spell. I don't know how it works every time. Wisdom save of
Uh,
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe it is a save for me. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna call him. We'll give him the captain's stats. Use the old pirate captain stats, the CR2 pirate captain stats. They've made some significantly better ones. But yeah, he has a +0 to wisdom. I don't even know why I pulled this up. He only rolled an 8.
I don't know.
Yeah.
CR2 seems kind of generous for this guy.
Yeah.
For Dudley.
He has the reaction of shape up, you dog. Okay, so you get beyond surface level thoughts. Surface level, just as you are delving into the consciousness of this individual, is just doubt. It's doubt and almost slight ridicule of yeah, sure you are. It's the same vibe that you would have when a kid was like, oh, my uncle works for Nintendo, I know all the new Pokemon. It's like, yeah, sure, Bobby, all right, yeah. But as you're delving more in, you see him pulling up in his brain a wanted poster for you that he had seen somewhat recently, and this wall of other posters. And it's a pretty good depiction of you, and it is a pretty high bounty. That bounty has gone up. It might even be 69,000 gold.
I was about to say, is it higher than 69,000?
Yeah, which it was not originally, but Lord knows I'm not taking it back now.
You said it.
I did. I said the wrong thing one episode and went, well, that sounds right. That doesn't sound like way too much gold. No, it is a pretty high bounty, and you see him bringing that up. It's in the memory, everything else around it is blurry, but he is trying to match up what's the difference between these two pictures, and then slowly coming to the realization, like when Kallista says, like I take her word for it, of these are the same picture, and now you're getting like these tendrils of fear that are starting to creep up as the list of your crimes are also extensive.
Mile long list. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's one of those fold out ones. Like it's like a threefold kind of like, oh well, they keep going. They
It's
oh
very
wow.
small print, 2 columns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, who am I to question my saviors then? So, my gratitude be upon you, and I appreciate you getting my crew out of their rocky predicaments. If there's any way I can be of service to you all, please, Captain Swales is at your service.
Can I trust him? At the surface level?
Surface, so even beyond that, because you've
Oh
done
yeah,
enough to detect this.
I'm in his brain for up to a minute.
Those tendrils of fear have like started to wrap themselves around the survival part of his brain, where it's like, I don't have any way to get out of this. I am stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea here, and the devil has pink hair. So this is
that.
like he's gone into survival mode of just like,
I'm not going to fuck this person over for there's nothing worth doing that.
Exactly. She said she wasn't going to try to kill us. Why push that? Like, I'm just here to get paid, and if I don't get paid, at least I'll be alive at the end of this. So yeah, you don't see any form of treachery like creeping up. You maybe see like the quickest snap of, ooh, what if I could go for money. Yeah, what if I could go for my knife? Knife's gonna not take her out, and if it does, I've got that tiefling there to worry about. What if I jump overboard? But that's a terrible idea. Like, you see these quick snaps of just like all of these alternate reality possibilities, and none of them end with him. He Doctor Stranges himself, where he's gone through like 600,000 realities and only one is successful, and that's the one where he doesn't piss you off.
Perfect.
I was picturing that.
Yeah. That's just for you, Mikyl. I
yeah,
know
100%.
I would like to leave this man's brain. Like to not be in this man's brain anymore.
Yeah,
So
before he starts to objectify you. Yeah.
He would not survive that.
Yes.
So I'll drop concentration on that. And I will leave him to his ship with his stone crew.
Okay. All right. He has been unpetrified. You're going to unpetrify one each day as promised.
Over the shell phones, I do want to gather everyone in the same space.
What space would that be?
Not Scarlett's captain quarters.
Probably for the best.
So I guess the redemption it is.
Not my quarters either.
Redemption it is. Haven't been over there in a hot second.
Sorry, Connery, you gotta get out for a minute.
No, he can stay.
Just
I
kidding.
can stay. Like, there's the sharpest look of what?
Right. I was gonna say, Proximus is probably on one of the twins' ships.
Okay. That would make sense.
With the skeleton crew.
Yeah, I believe you did assign your first mates to Captain of Proximus would be Captain, and Marcus would be Captain 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I will fly over and stay in bird form so I don't waste the the wild shape.
So Kallista unpetrified the captain of that ship. He is basically useless. For some reason didn't think that I was myself. I didn't quite dwell on that too long, but weird. I have an idea that could be questionable.
I do.
I
do.
feel like a lot of your ideas are questionable.
Not as
But they
questionable as
work.
yours.
I
Literally puts her hands over her mouth.
Very true. Very true.
I initiate a mind link so I can actually talk with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
What do you explain questionable?
I'm hoping it's the same questionable thought I had, but continue.
So, on the ship as cargo for the senator that has the ring. What if we relieved this ship of said cargo to deliver it ourselves?
Oh, that also crossed my mind.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It gives us like an
It gives us an
automatic
in.
in.
We can dress our ships up as merchant ships. The Mercy is a little harder than that, but it's fine. We can just say we're protecting said cargo with a giant warship.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the center even hired that small thing. It does not seem like it is senator worthy, to be quite honest.
I would guess you'd do something like that if you wanted it to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
But for someone who wants to flaunt wealth,
He probably wasn't
but
in
he
charge
wants
of his
to
own
flaunt it.
hiring.
And he
Also-
wants to flaunt it to very choice people.
Yeah, if I could offer, this is a lowest bidder scenario.
he's saving
Rich
money.
people don't. Yeah, rich people are rich because they don't spend money.
Also, probably did not expect a privateer to take over imperial goods.
Yeah, I believe you did find an imperial flag. They weren't flying it at the time, or maybe it had been lowered, but they did have that as just like a leave us alone sort of thing.
Right.
I vote yes.
I think it's a great idea.
All in favor?
Sure.
Yeah.
It gives us a better step in to the Empire.
Proximus points at both eyes. Aye,
Jesus Christ.
You only point at one.
It gives us an in to the Empire that we did not have previously.
I think the eyes have it.
This gives it a little bit of legitimacy.
Sorry.
So,
Don't be.
just to clarify, are we stealing his ship or are we compensating him or
We are going to relieve him of his duty and let him go on his merry
Oh.
way.
Deal with the trauma
The
of
duty
being
to the
ambushed.
cargo, not necessarily like getting rid of this captain. Proximus, don't look at me like that. I'm not killing
Well,
anyone.
do we need another? I don't know.
We don't want this one.
We're
I-
not taking
but-
the ship. We're just taking the cargo.
Right.
We don't want this one.
Maybe we cut him in on a profit somehow so that we don't make more enemies. You know?
I don't think we're
We're-
gonna make an enemy. We're letting him go.
We're pirates.
we did save him. Well, but we're not
Well,
those
that is
kinds
true.
of pirates.
Can
And
we-
we have very few friends when you really think about
And
it.
they are.
I try not to think about it,
Imperial.
along with a lot of other things, really.
I feel like leaving him alive and him knowing. Also, the bounty on my head is very large, just FYI.
Wait. How large are we talking?
A lot of money, and I would prefer it.
More or less than last time?
Roll a d100 with advantage.
Me or wait,
This can be used. as
It's your bounty. Makes sense for it to be
it's
you.
my bounty.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It was actually a funny amount last time. So it would be
Right.
hilarious if it was the same amount again.
69,001. Oh, wait, no, 69,690.
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
That's not funny at
Um,
all.
I know it's kind of lame.
D&D
Yeah,
Beyond
well-
said no, fuck you.
It did that a lot
Multiply
today,
by
so
3, subtract a few. Okay. So originally, just to keep this from being game breaking again, you all got your 69,000. We got a fun time. It was supposed to be 6,900. So let's say that 2,400 would be less than that. So we're gonna add another 0 to that. So let's make that 24,000. still pretty, I think, game breaking. But
We're not gonna try that again, I promise. They wouldn't let me go as easy as last time.
I was gonna say
We
you
don't
went to like a
know.
pretty podunk,
Remote.
broken down prison. Yeah,
Right.
that one was built not for you. But yes, 24,000 would be your current bounty, and that
Oh, that was Winnie's
is
first war crime.
But not the
at least
last.
on,
Not the
at least on
Not the
last.
Steam.
last.
So that
Nobody told me.
there is a lower bounty for dead. That is you wanted alive. And then there is an additional bounty if they can bring in your ship.
Oh.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Wait, no, that's good information to have about the ship.
I think this
Oh.
is the first time Kallista actually has, because she's never heard the name Scarlett Shores before. She went to the Hells before Scarlett was Scarlett. So this is, I think, the first moment for Kallista understanding like the level of reputation that has been amassed.
Oh, we're a
Yeah,
mind linked. I
true.
can just show you all the fucking bounty poster.
Hell
think
yeah,
it's
let's
I'm
go.
just gonna project
funny.
it through the mind link with like the long list of like crimes underneath it. Just
Mhm.
there we go.
You just hear Kallista very quietly under her breath, "Sweet changebringer, what?"
There's a couple of the Proximus ones thrown in just for the ones
The
that
nose
is
don't
wrong.
at all.
Proximo.
It says Proximo.
Proximo.
Yeah, well,
Kallista
there,
makes
there
Yeah.
are
a note for that.
there's known not
Associates.
affiliates.
Yeah.
Associates,
Known-
thank you. Known
oh, yeah.
associates. So you do have Proximo. You do have Winora. Evandriel is listed on there.
My government
Um,
name.
Yeah. You do have Acacia listed on there as well.
Question is, do they still think I'm back on Soteria? That's the big
It,
question.
it lists general locations, like for
Last
Scarlet.
known location.
Yeah, for Scarlet, it's been like everywhere. Like she's been spotted everywhere to the point where I think this goes to the changeling that you met.
Fartlet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
Scarlet
Scarlet.
was basing the persona off that. Like Scarlet's become to some circles a slightly mythological figure because you've appeared so many different places that it's almost like you can appear wherever you want, and so
Ooh.
it's
The
you have-
legend.
yeah, you're starting to become this like Dread Pirate Roberts to a certain degree.
That's me.
Maybe you should go purple next time.
Wendy, you do know that the blue hair wasn't like a cosmetic choice of mine, correct?
I don't know the next time you're getting a new patron.
Never.
Okay.
You don't seem to believe me. Moving on.
I do not believe you.
We confiscate the cargo, deliver it ourselves. We have an inn. We figure things out from there like we usually do.
Open-ended. I like it. Wait. So are we doing that first, or are we going to the sunken ship ring first?
Is
It's
there
on
anything in
the
the cargo
way.
that would go bad?
I feel like there's
In the
a
cargo?
time,
Yeah.
right? They expect the cargo, right?
Do we know how long they've been petrified? Because that might also sort of have like.
Right.
I
You
think,
knew for a few days.
yeah, I had information in the logs that I had found that they had left Lurefall, like, I have it in here somewhere. So, like, it had been a couple of days. Like, they had left maybe a week ago, and we're a couple days out. So, they hadn't been there for very long.
We could also hit the sunken ship on the way back.
That actually brings up two questions, because I don't have context for this right now. With these rings, is this we can travel with more than one of them at a time, or is
it's
it?
a really bad idea?
That's kind of what I figured.
But we can, technically speaking.
If they're in the special hold that Rollin did, in theory they should be fine like they were when they were in the bag of holding.
Oh, I thought we
And-
could still only really
Right?
hold one, but
And the one that's under the water seems to be in a special chest that works the same way.
that's also true.
Do not put that chest in the hold
Yes, absolutely not.
Don't
or
do
the
that.
bag of holding.
or the bag of holding.
No.
So, if we could do them both, traveling the least amount of time and distance with,
With
two
said
would be
ring.
good. So it would be better to do
Yeah.
this one first and then hit the sunken one on the way back. And if we are unable to hit the second one on the way back, then okay, we just go back for it and we are not limping as dangerously for as long.
Yeah, I don't know if the Mercy could handle any other attacks at this moment.
Oh, wait. Wait. If it's in a little chest, can you, like, teleport stuff, or is it just people? Or could we, like, take a crew member who's, like, super homesick and, like, send them to Rollin with it?
I could probably teleport someone to Phoenix Landing while holding the chest.
Rollin has specified that the rings cannot be teleported.
Never mind.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah. He has recommended
So
you
no.
not travel with 2 at a time because that makes you a massive target, especially for things that are drawn to magical things. And he has specifically stated that you cannot teleport the rings.
Has he clarified if our fancy hold, which is only in one ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't negate the multiple rings at a time, right? But
Nothing like that. Just that it
fancy
is
chest might-
risky to travel with that much,
Yeah.
like, latent magic.
But we could put the chest in the other ship and cross our fingers.
Well, if the whole point of the hold is to keep it protected from being detected, drawing attention, divination, so on and so forth, I don't think we get to keep it just being in the chest. I do think that there's no my understanding is there's no reason specifically why we needed to do the sunken one first. It was just more convenient when we thought we were going to go to the Nalos. So I don't know why we couldn't just do it in the other order.
We absolutely can.
And
I
knowing
wanted
that,
to go for the Senator one first anyway.
I don't know if another opportunity is going to present itself for us to get this close to the Senator.
It would be few and far between, I feel, to have something like this come up and make it, in theory, this easy to get a foot in the door.
We also got this information from Payman, right?
Oh, that jerk.
Right? So, if he is taking over the Nalos, that underwater one was not far. They could be making a move on that themselves.
Just when we decided there wasn't a ticking clock on that one, now there is.
Well,
I'm not saying there's a ticking clock, and I don't know if they work underwater like that.
We don't
Mhm,
have
but-
information.
Okay,
think-
so... Oh,
I
sorry.
think the original idea is a good idea, but I think once we go underwater, we should be prepared for an army.
If not an ambush.
All right.
So the original idea from today or in general? The sunken ship one?
I don't know
Or-
if that was your idea, Derek, but like
Derek has literally said, like, just pick something. So,
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Do we
I'll
need
make
to put
it
it
We
to
work,
a
could
yeah.
vote?
turn around and go to Terraconis right now. But that would just make me lose my mind.
No,
So-
what I have specifically said is that ticking clocks, yeah, if you go and fuck off and do something else, really bad things are going to happen. Otherwise, if you're just like in the area, it's, don't just abandon it, is what I've said. If you abandon it, then stuff's really going to go bad.
We're not abandoning, we're just pivoting.
You are not. You
Yeah.
are not. You are,
Yeah.
you are
Lullaby
seeing
is
to
the
your
ship.
current priority, which is dealing with these ships and getting to port. Whether you go to the
You gave us a
sunken
good
ship,
breadcrumb, for sure.
whether you
Like-
go to the sunken ship or the Nalos next, those seem like the very clear port
Yeah.
or points to go to. I will say that the gala is it's a few months away. Don't even worry about it. It's a few months away. He's just planning right now.
If we go to the lullaby first, we can scout it out, and if we see like a bunch of Nalos, we'd be like, they're going for the ring. But we could also come across other things that we could ask about the Nalos.
That's not a bad idea. I can talk to
Mhm.
some fish, plants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fish talk.
Maybe not fish. Maybe just something. Maybe something a little more intelligent than a school of fish.
Wow,
I
that's
can talk to the
hurtful.
fish.
They're called a school. They know everything.
I'm
Okay.
gonna tell B you said that. She liked you.
Don't tattle on your friends.
I have talked to fish. They aren't as smart as B is saying.
Okay, this is...
Actually, I talked to fish also.
Yeah, same. Are you
There's
also
a lot of
Can
really tough
confirm.
fish here.
Yeah.
Proximus, are you talking about talking to yourself?
I mean, only sometimes.
I'll
In the
find like
mirror.
a
You are great. You are smart.
dolphins
I'm not
are
crazy.
assholes.
You're crazy.
Dolphins are assholes, but they're smart. But if I can find like a whale or an octopus or something.
No, really, as a Triton, I have.
Yeah, you have the speak to fish.
Yeah.
You're Aquaman. Yeah, the fish don't really like talk back as much, but you have like your fish
Right.
thing.
I get their vibe. Yeah.
I wanted to remind a couple of you of things that you have stated somewhat recently. I believe that Winnie, you wanted to ask Rollin about books on curses. You also wanted to talk to Rollin about officers.
I was gonna say,
for-
I know we already passed like the first day, but there were still some charges. I would like to get back to him like that day to just say
Okay.
X amount of
To finish, you wanted to talk to Rollin about officers. You also wanted to see if he could get you some gold. You also wanted to ask, I believe this was Acacia wanted to ask about doctors or counselors for the island, and also has a lead on the lullaby. Just to put those in your brain, whether you want to tackle those this episode or not, just want to make sure that the notes are getting addressed. Okay. So, sounds like heading to port is the immediate goal, and then potentially the sunken ship next, as that would be, at least when you're going to port, that would definitely be your...
Wait. I thought we were going to deliver the goods. No?
Port first to fix our ships.
I'm gonna shake you, Proximus.
Delivering the goods, I think, would be way out of your way, because that is
okay.
the opposite ring. You are headed to the southern horn right here, so that is a journey of,
let me
what is that, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, almost 60. That would be 60 days of travel from Polaris
I
to
see
that
it.
point on Validus, as opposed to
Okay.
the, 15 days, maybe 20
Right.
to the one Elder Ring, or almost equivalent to the Nalos, which are just that that intersection just north of the Golden Circle in the mid-seas.
We can also bail if it's like not our
Yeah. Okay.
thing at the
Yeah.
moment.
All right.
If we get the chest that has the ring in it, we can ship it off with one of the other ships that we're going to not sail with anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, I was just role playing as my -1 modifier to intelligence.
Thank you so much, Michael, for
You said
for playing into your
original
character
plan,
so well.
which could have gone so many different directions.
So many
and it was
ways.
almost meaningless, which made it perfect.
So, anything else you all want to do in these 5 days? It sounds like you have a plan. What else do you want to do?
I have a couple things I would like to do, but if anyone else has something pressing.
I would like to hole up in my captain's quarters and work on mending what I can of stained glass window.
Okay. You have the spell mending?
I do
Okay.
now.
That is a cantrip, I believe.
It is.
So, yeah, it is time consuming. And those hours really, they seem to go longer as Marcus has been helming one of the other ships, one of the Tombstone twin ships. So he has not been around. So it is just you and the Tressum. And even the Tressum is like, it is fucking sad in here. I'm gonna go outside.
Even my sourdough starter is just like not.
Oh my god, I always forget about your starter.
I forgot about
Yeah,
your goop.
It bubbles at one point, and you're pretty sure it says depression, and you're like, that's fucking weird. Why would it do that?
As a
Also
reminder,
rude.
For those of us just joining us, it is not actual sourdough starter. It
It is a great white maw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Which
Is
a,
it
was
Part of it,
which
yeah.
was a mile-wide ooze.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
saved part of it.
It's an important part of Damara's history.
Yep.
I mean, truly.
It really is.
Yeah.
Am I going to plant it near the Empire's Islands? Maybe. Who knows?
We should have a Phoenix Landing museum. Yeah.
I'm not putting the Great White Maw in the museum.
Task managing just a little bit.
No.
Scarlett, you were able to put your stained glass mostly together. Where it will go, considering you don't really have a wall for it to go into.
It's just taking up the entire war table right now.
Yeah. What about everybody else?
Winnie,
you said you had some stuff.
yeah, Winnie will probably on day 3. Probably day 2. It's Winnie. We'll come over and like just tap 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 on Scarlett's door. Is there a window in the door? It didn't make sense for there to be, but I was gonna say you could probably just see her pigtails. She's trying to look in. Scarlett?
Just tell by the way you're knocking.
Scarlett? Hello?
I will open the door for you.
Hi, I brought you this. And she holds out little Jeffrey like, you know, those patient cats that just hang. And he's gonna herk up a little bag of, well, it's just a little bag with a bow on it. You can't keep little
I'm back
Jeffrey
from the
with
dead.
bags for you.
I will open it, but like just using like fingertips.
Is a chilled bottle of wine.
Oh, nice.
I chilled it.
Don't ask him how. I haven't figured that out
Was
yet.
about
It's
to.
like a line of code that I can't quite figure out. I didn't document it right.
I'm full of Freon.
Yeah, but it's like it's a useful bug, so it's kind of more of a feature. I just wondered if you wanted to like hang out or something, and like I noticed you kind of had a project going on in here. If you needed any like help or anything, or like wanted any help or anything, or I could take Serona for a walk or something. Or we could split this bottle and we could talk about like everything you learned about the pirate court. I know you told us like a bunch of stuff, but like I'm pretty sure Ogden's a big gossip and probably told you some juicy stuff that like wasn't tactically relevant, but like if you wanted to share it with your good old friend Winnie, you could. You don't have to.
Winnie, is this you asking about the pirate court and wanting to know that information?
No, I just want to hang out with my good friend Scarlett.
Okay.
If you wanted to talk about him, you could. Or you could talk about, stained glass or something. I don't know.
Winnie, are you looking at stained glass again?
Shh.
I don't know much about stained glass other than I broke a hell of a lot of it.
Well, not on purpose.
Kind of on purpose. That was not my intention, but it was still on purpose.
But you saved a lot of people by doing it, I guess is what I
saved
meant.
my ship.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people would have been in sore trouble if the ship wasn't saved, really.
Yeah.
I've made stains too. Never glass though. That's pretty talented.
Yeah. He's, this version's a little... We're working on it.
Okay. All right. Just go open the bottle.
Yeah.
We'll start with that.
I will do that, and then I will also use mending to help Scarlett, if Scarlett would like some help. Otherwise, I do have a bag of my own glass to work on if need be.
Body doubling.
Body doubling. And I would also like...
Just some glass girlies hanging out, drinking wine.
Sounds like a terrible activity to drink wine with.
Just a smidge.
My AC's 19.
Just do a little Chardon sip.
I love... Oh, yeah. I guess AC would be relevant.
You
I
gotta
was
wear, like,
putting in Constitution, but
Kevlar
sure.
gloves.
Putting a
That
new-
AC ain't gonna help with like glass picking with your fingers.
Putting a new meaning to Chardonnay.
Wait, just use your
that's
prosthetic.
good.
That's very
You'll be fine.
good.
Take another point of inspiration. That's really good.
No.
Oh, so good.
That gave me good brain. I felt that
Beautiful.
trickle down my spine.
Yeah.
That was some dopamine. Yeah.
That was real nice.
I gotta go. I'm not winning anymore today.
Holy shit, that was good. Yeah.
I think at some point while Scarlett and Winnie are doing body doubling with God, just in the open air of your cabin.
To be fair, we did like patch it probably with like the extra sails, and it's just like tacked either probably to the outside.
Maybe like one piece of wood about waist high so people don't just automatically fall.
Or
also rough when
not,
you
so
open
she
the door.
gets Spartan kick.
Yeah, all that
Latch to
canvas
the back of
catches
her
the
captain's
wind the
quarters.
second you open your captain's door, and so it's like you get a little extra push from the ship every time the door opens. You gotta slam it real fast.
If they
But yeah,
die,
while they're
they
doing
die.
their thing, I think at some point Acacia just kind of like partially like comes by the open door, just like stands in the door frame, leaning against the frame, watching for a bit.
And we have probably opened another bottle of wine from Scarlett's hole at this point.
My God. But yeah, she doesn't say anything, just like watching the two of you. Like, kind of not running to be here, but also knowing she probably should be here.
And Scarlett is not on guard, so Scarlett's not paying attention to Jack and or shit. She's just really focused on this fucking stained glass.
We need less a lot
And
of
making
her
sure
passive
that-
perception, so
And you know
And
who
making
probably
sure
does
that
then?
LG
It's LG.
or Serona.
LG or Serona.
LG's just making silent grabby hands at you. But he's brand new, so they're like super lubricated and make no sound. Please.
I just held up the phrasing card. How dare you?
I couldn't think of a better word.
I hate this.
Really? You couldn't think of a better word? Any
Please.
other word?
Please. Well, I did think of another one and I rejected it, so you're welcome.
Little Jeffrey, I'm not picking you up.
But
Just lean over the table.
But-
just, hello.
Hi, Acacia. He's clean, like, he won't get oil on you or anything. It's mostly gone.
it's mostly Cheeto dust.
What the fuck is a Cheeto?
You weren't supposed to tell people that, little Jeffrey, because it's unbecoming.
My
of
mom made them. She said they're the way of the future.
It was a rejected idea I had. Anyway, hi.
Is now a bad time. I see people are inebriated and playing with very sharp shards of glass.
Time is an illusion, and therefore cannot be good or bad.
LG,
Bad time for
if I hold you, will you be quiet?
Yes.
I will pick him up and put him on my back.
Hold him.
He reaches into his mouth and pulls out a little cowboy hat and just puts it on like the top of his fin, and then just sits there just so still.
I know Proximus was supplying him with clothes for a while. I don't know if he started making them on his own or not, though. Little Jeffrey, not Proximus. Although Proximus might have. I don't know. I don't know what either of them get up to.
He's just living his own little Toy Story.
Proximus or Little Jeffrey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad time for what?
Just in general, talking with any serious amount of measure.
I feel like you guys have had a great time. Just like putting the glass of wine like slightly out of reach. Let's just pause on that for now.
I don't know how to say anything without sounding like an absolute bitch without imposing on this joyous mood that I see here. So,
Oh no, this is not joyous. This is ignoring my issues.
I
so
sound like a
what
bitch
you've
fairly
been
regularly.
constantly doing for months?
I'm not going to deny that, but I am going to again ignore it.
And that helps how?
It helped me write this in this moment.
Explain.
I don't have to
'Cause-
deal with it right now.
You don't have
That
to
is
do
what
it
it's-
right now, except ignoring all the things that shouldn't be ignored,
Yes.
even when that causes problems with other people.
Define other people.
Winnie takes a giant drink.
Mostly just you being a massive bitch to folks and not really owning up to it.
Oh, that, yeah. No. Espen brought that up.
And that was my fault for bringing it up to him. I get that, but he sees you as a captain first, then friend, and I'm kind of the opposite, so
It would have been more weird if you would have brought it up to like Marcus, who at this point might agree with you. Who knows? I don't. No, I hear you. But
the butt is not a great start. So maybe just take out the butt and keep going.
I don't intentionally ever mean harm.
But you're not doing anything to fix it and you're just ignoring it. Instead of, owning up to it and like, I'm not saying people don't make mistakes. I'm not saying you're not justified in lashing out, but you're just kind of regressing back to like the Scarlett I first met, but more bitchy.
Oh, that's hurtful and untrue.
Listen, I don't have a lot of respect for people who don't own up to their actions. People can make mistakes, and that's fine. We all do. God, we all have. But when you're just going to like pretend stuff doesn't happen, that's where I have an issue. And like, I know things take time. A lot of bad shit happened, but taking it out on other people, especially people who have been nothing but helpful, and then coming out of nowhere, and then just holding yourself away except for constant, like, necessary captain duties. Yeah.
Pulling away was a way to keep from more bad from happening.
How is that working for you?
Haven't lashed out at anybody else, have I?
Have you lashed out yourself? Is there any improvement, or are you just getting worse? Because right now, I'm not really seeing any improvement in helping you either.
I have to worry about everyone else before I have to worry about myself.
But if you don't worry about yourself, the likelihood of you getting worse, where you won't be able to help anyone, regardless of how much you worry about them, you can't help others if you're broken. You can't help others if you are falling apart at the seams. And yeah. I don't know if my dads have found anyone, but I've asked them to reach out to see if they can find someone similar to what Constant has been learning. And I don't expect you to talk to them, but you're not the only one that could use help like that.
I will take responsibility for my actions, and I will apologize who I need to apologize for. But my being broken or not is not... There will never be a lifetime where I am whole. I have sold far too many pieces of myself for that.
I just want you to be at a point where you are repairable. Or don't want you to get to a point where you're unrepairable. Even if it means looking like Kallista's horn being all put back together. But you can't do that if not all the pieces are there, or they're too small to fix. And I'm afraid that that is what will happen.
I will work on it.
Also, I'm sorry for bringing Panver on the ship without notifying anyone first.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie.
I was upset at you, but also I didn't want to chance people saying no.
Bringing him into the picture. I really need him to lay up on the bedding in the games. I get my crew are all pirates and they cheat and play shitty hands on purpose when they gamble. But he does it better and smarter. He's got to let it up on them, or else I'm going to stop paying everyone until they get the port.
He needs to, yeah. Derek, question. Other than him being a little shit and like the betting in the games, how has he been in terms of reputation and behavior?
I think he's friendly, he's affable, he is kind of a little shit. I think that when it comes to the older, more veteran crew, they don't want anything to do with him. They kind of piss him off, or he kind of pisses them off rather a little bit, because like he's not as good at the work, and this is, having worked a lot of blue collar jobs, there's not a lot of patience extended to people that are just learning. It's like, well, just do it, and it's like, yeah, but it took you 30 years to figure out how. He's a rogue. He's good at like some rope tying and things like that, but he doesn't know his way around a ship as well as some of the sailors do. When it comes to some of the younger crew, he's fun, but he's fun until they get yelled at for shirking their duties. And so Panveer is finding himself like more and more driven towards those game tables and the times when he can have fun, because he's really trying to he's stuck in that spot of, I don't want to work, I don't even know what I want to do with my life, but also like, if I'm going to make it here, if I'm going to have friends and be accepted here, I'm going to need to work. And so he's in that weird spot. He's not unpopular, but he also, I mean, Acacia would know this better than anybody. He doesn't know who he is. He's been several people and he's not figured it out. And this is just another change in his life that he's trying to work with. And he's using the tools that he have, and those have been some pretty maladaptive tools up to this point. So, yeah.
That is fair. Would you be open to the idea of putting some kind of consistency in his schedule and putting him on as a lowest level sailor on the roster to put in stability, consistency, money that isn't pickpocketing or murder, and actually being able to enforce consequences?
Would he listen to my consequences?
I think that's just, I don't know.
With the threat of do it or go overboard, I would assume yes. Like, would you be offended if I actually dangled him over the side of the railing?
I think he's practiced swimming enough where he wouldn't immediately drown, and I would go after him.
Sure.
But I will not stop someone from dangling him overboard by the ankles if he deserves it.
Esben will do it.
I've already told Esben when I first got on the ship in the first day that if he was found in the hold stealing or doing stuff that he shouldn't, he could do what he needed to do and just let me know. Esben's well aware.
Then let Esben work with him for a week or two. See if he can actually hold to a schedule. See if he can hold to duties. If he can, then a position can be offered. But he has to prove that he can do it first without completely disregarding all authority.
Yeah. Hey, Derek, important question. I would like to do what Winnie did last time. Is he listening in?
Great question. Let's see. You have a past perception of 29. I hadn't determined whether he was or not, so let's call this an odds or evens. Mary, do you have a desire in this?
Kind of, yeah. I kind of want him to be a nosy fuck.
Okay. So do you want odds or evens?
Odds.
Ah. That is an 18 on the die. So he is, at least to your knowledge, he's not in the rafters. He is not listening in anywhere where you would be clearly aware of that.
Okay. Would you like me to tell him, or would you like it to come officially from the captain? I have no preference.
I don't think I should be talking to any of my crew right now.
That's
you can
fair.
talk through him.
I'll talk.
I'm going to continue to try to fix this stained glass.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
If you need an extra pair of hands when someone's bored, let me know. Or when your eyes are too cross-eyed.
I feel like this is my burden to handle, just so I could put pieces of my sanity back together.
It's good for...
Metaphorically and physically.
It's a good mindless focusing task.
Yeah, it makes me real acquainted with myself.
It's like a puzzle.
Worse than a puzzle.
Yeah, puzzles don't make you bleed.
Just hold up my hands. They look fine.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Or at least hearing me out.
Yep, door is always open unless it's on the ground.
Oh, and I'll leave.
Allegory, or like one of those, like, it's a tree fall in the woods. The door's always open unless it's on the ground. Or, I guess, a door is always open unless it's ajar.
Yeah, I
because
knew
then
that was
it's
coming.
turned.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
no,
I'm so
it's
sorry.
Why?
It's fine. It's fine. It's a good riddle. Okay.
I'm gonna lean over and just... I don't need an answer. I even don't need an answer. But when he's gonna lean over and ask Scarlett, what were you apologizing for? And then soberly, before we get to port, I would like to talk to Kallista really quick, but...
I would actually like to call Kallista over to my captain's quarters and kick Winnie out.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Love you, but goodbye.
I get it.
Take the little thing with you too.
Get your
was
glass
gonna
and get out.
ask, Did Acacia take little Jeffrey? Because he wouldn't have moved. He would just try and sneak
Realize
over.
it.
I would have forgotten. I would have gotten halfway down the hallway where I'm like,
Oh, he absolutely went with you then.
shit. And then you would hear me clomping back and like come up to you and like put him
I
down.
think Woody's probably gone by then.
You'd notice as he's going down, 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 down.
Shit. Like I walk in, I don't see Winnie, and I'm just like, Scarlett, where'd Winnie go? I took her child. And I will go that
way.
direction to try and catch up with Winnie.
And in reality, there's no direction. It's just back out the door.
I go
Where's
try
my
to find
mom?
her. I talk to crew.
I lost my mom.
Where's Winnie?
Can you page her?
We probably meet up somewhere on deck.
I'm technically a newborn. Okay. Yeah, Winnie, Jeffrey puts his hat in his mouth, puts it back in the bag of holding, and your little homunculus flies over to you. As you have left the captain's quarters, Kallista, you have been given a summons to join Scarlett in her quarters.
I think I'm assuming you do this like over the shell phone.
Mm-hmm.
there is just long enough of a pause that you wonder if maybe she doesn't have the shell phone on.
There's like the slight hope of you being busy.
Yeah.
Just like it's like you send that email that you don't really want to reply to, but you get one back anyway, maybe.
Um, and after that mildly uncomfortably long pause, is the Scarlett asking Kallista or a captain asking her crew?
Scarlett asking Kallista.
One moment. And you'll like a minute or so will go by and you'll just hear like this very soft boom of thunder as she casts the storm door to get over.
I could have helped you with that.
What can I help you with?
We'll walk around the war table that is scattered with different shades of blue glass and just gesture to the seat across.
She'll just nod and sit down and start looking for pieces. She knows if she starts touching them, she will cut herself. So she's just looking for things that look like they're already kind of close and is just going to start mending with that.
You don't have to help with that. That's not it's not what I asked you here for. When you came back, I had not had the best of times recently. My house was severely damaged. My wedding was crashed and my husband maimed. That is a reason, not an excuse. And I wanted to apologize for anything that I might have said that was less than warranted.
The apology is appreciated and accepted for what it's worth. Honestly surprised. I didn't think you had the ability to apologize.
Only Tuesdays and bank holidays.
It's good to help keep track of the calendar then.
Yeah, those days don't exist in Mars, but it's fine. I wish you had come back on better circumstances. Do I promise that things would have been absolutely great and rainbows and sunshine? No, because it's hardly ever that with us, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, it's not been a long time, but it's been enough time that the percentage of the math isn't mathing in a favorable way, so I don't.
Unfortunately, it doesn't usually do that. This is the life we chose, though. We, at any time, could have all stepped away. We haven't. Whether that is a vendetta against ourselves or too much pride to give up on something, I don't think we have answers. And I don't think we will ever have answers for that one. But everyone else, they are good people. They have not done terrible things. I have. And I have been a terrible person. And sometimes it is very hard to not retort back to being a terrible person in order to protect myself and to keep people from getting too close. but that apparently doesn't work very well all the time.
Yeah, it's not usually a great long-term solution.
No. But it looks like you're staying.
It does look like that, yes.
Is this against your better judgment, or...
I learned a while ago not to question the direction I felt myself pulled. If I did that, I would not have done very much. I don't entirely understand why I am here, but I am starting to see some of the reasons for it.
Because we're that doomed.
Well, 13 petrified sailors and not having another cleric on board kind of seems like the first big flag, so there's at least that.
We've managed so far.
So far, yes.
Somehow.
My point being, I have been here for 2.5 weeks, and that was the beginning. So I don't imagine that is
It's
certainly...
probably not gonna. We're probably not gonna go up from here.
Yeah, it kind of is setting a tone.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Completely valid. That being said, I feel bad if you were hanging out and not actually part of the crew. So this is one, checking to see if you would actually want to be an official part of our crew. Under the redemption, of course, i.e. under Connery and under Proximus. I wouldn't complain about that one.
Check out AO3.
Yeah. Yes.
The lion, the switch, and the... Hold on.
Oh.
Sorry. Keep going.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
That's probably for the best. Keep going, please. I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh my god. Workshop the rest of that title. Yes, I do actually rather like Connery, but I don't think I can tell him that. So,
No, don't. It will go to his head.
if I'm going to be here, I might as well be crew. It's kind of weird that as not crew, I have technically headquarters, so I would feel a little less bad about that.
That's more so we're not complete assholes. Complete.
I
Just
know.
mostly. And I don't know if when he's mentioned room and board, you don't have to pay room and board. That is not...
That did seem a little bit strange, but I was going to ask at a later time.
When he makes any extra money, it is going towards LG's costume hoard. So don't feed into that. He has so many.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, you also get to live with that on your ship. Just FYI.
He is something.
He is great.
He is.
It's a little unsettling sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That being said, you have been with us for the last little bit, and I feel like we owe you anyway for how you helped us in the house. I'm going to reach and pull out from under the table side a pouch of gold and set it in front of Kallista. This should cover back pay plus damages, physical and emotional, and your time for helping us in the house.
I think there was like genuine surprise on her face. She's usually pretty good about kind of keeping it as much as Jenn is not. That is a very kind offer. I appreciate it. Thank you. I haven't exactly been keeping up on gold as my economy for a while.
Your base pay will be that of an officer. It will be paid out. Honestly, I might start paying everyone when we get the ports because people have been having gambling issues and they're driving me crazy. But I will make sure that you get that pay when time comes. And in that pouch should be 1,000 gold.
Jesus Christ. Cool. I think she goes to pick it up, and it is heavier than she expected. And again, you kind of see like the eyebrows go up a little bit.
Don't question me. Just take it.
Thank you, Scarlett.
You're welcome.
24,000 gold pieces?
I mentioned the being a terrible person thing, right?
I really need to catch up at some point.
I'm really good at pissing off the Empire.
Well, if you're gonna piss off anybody.
And I feel like it's worse now that I don't have Eula to kind of like rein in things.
Yeah, I still need to find out more about
You
Eula
don't want
things.
to.
I mean, on the one hand, I get
Sure.
it. On the other hand, most of the things that you all have said that are concerning, that I've kind of made a mental list for when they do come back, a lot of the response has been, don't worry about it. But we just stumbled across a ship full of petrified sailors, and I feel like I do need to worry about things to a certain degree so I know what to be prepared for.
You have a fair point. Okay, here. Would you like wine or would you like bourbon?
Oh, bourbon, please.
Do you have mending?
Yes.
All right. Let's fix this. And I will tell you all about Eula.
Phenomenal.
In the 10 years I was under her.
I will have you all reference Zoom chat real quick before I go on to whatever is next. Okay. You give me a thumbs up. I'm asking my cast here if they would like to take a break because we are going to take a break. Okay. We'll be back in 5 to 10. We're going to go ahead and take our midway break. We have a little less than an hour left. I know that some of my cast here has a hard out, so if we do push through, it will not involve them. Yeah, stick around, pet your pets, do the things, and as always, if you like or even love what we do, please consider tipping to our pally. Stick around, we'll be back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. Let's jump back into stuff. You all have your 5 days before reaching Lorefall. I believe there's a few more things that some of you wanted to do. So, in those 5 days.
So after my time, I know Winnie made a comment about wanting to talk to Kallista.
Yes.
After I have my evening with Scarlett, I've been told if I go back to my quarters, I will find something. So,
Is it an owlbear?
God, I hope not. But yeah, I think we'd have our evening. I'd probably get a little bit tipsier than I should before I divine intervention revive a man, and then go back to my quarters.
Yeah, when you get to the quarters, you see the Zeal Warhammer on a small bedside table next to the bed. Head down with a wax seal holding a parchment with a white flower wrapped in it.
Oh my god, so fancy. I think there's a moment where she like looks at this hammer and she's like, okay, it's
It's romantic, the most romantic thing I've ever seen.
Right?
Why don't I get Warhammers?
I know, right?
I just want to know where he got the flower.
It's the white ones that I have.
Yeah, you have some flowers from. Yeah, I remember this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he does.
From Planned Parenthood.
Yes.
Got it. I mean,
That's so great.
yeah. Winnie gave it to me.
And I think
But,
I don't
but
know.
it's one of them in there.
Yeah, I don't know if Kallista knows that, so I think she's also like, where did a flower come from? Yeah, she'll go and she's going to be very careful about opening this parchment to like keep the wax seal intact.
That's like it's literally like a thumbprint.
Oh, so I can steal your
Like the
identity.
wax and
Yes.
then yeah.
Unlock your phone. It'll be great.
The note says, thank you so much for allowing me to borrow this and checking in on me always. Uh, I have shared so much with my past and my people. I would love to return the favor. Uh, if you ever want to train with other weapons or just a workout, let me know. We can talk and fight. Proxy.
She'll fold it up, tucks it into one of her pouches. She's been drinking. She's not going to do this today. She will tomorrow. She will. I think tomorrow in the morning she will, as part of her routine of checking in with the people that she normally checks in on, like, does Constance need anything? Do we have any active ship repairs that needs to happen? I think, especially as we're getting closer to the port, she would pop over, because I can do my teleport a bunch of, like, as much as I want within a 10-minute period. So I would pop over to check on Marcus, and then I would pop over to check on Proximus. Because it sounds like you were on the other ship. Thank you for returning the hammer and for the note. I would love to do some extra training once we are...
And you do that all of the time.
Oh, a little bit.
That is very cool. I feel like he would be astonished by... He's seen dimension door work, but never a lightning door. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like every time she casts it, it's like a crack of lightning like opens up across her and she like vanishes into it.
Oh, fucking cool. Jesus. Yeah. But what was it you were saying again? I
like to imagine Proximus is also just flustered and confused. Yes, once we've taken care of the ships and are all on our way to wherever it is we're going, some extra training and a workout buddy would be nice. I have some things I'd like to work on. I believe I've gotten rusty over the years, so.
Well, it's always nice to be able to pick up a weapon and be proficient in it, and he's like kind of like kicking like the wood on on the deck. Yeah, I think that would be great. And I also feel really bad that you always ask me about how I am doing, and you are interested in where I come from, and I feel like I didn't return that. I talk about myself and then I forget. And then when you leave, then I'm like, I should have asked her the question too.
To be fair,
sorry.
you're fine, Proximus. There's been a lot going on and some different priorities. I promise I do not hold it against you.
Okay. But yes, once we get done with these ships and figuring out what we're doing, because I'm still kind of, I don't know. I don't know what we are doing actually, but yeah.
That seems to be a common theme that I'm picking up on.
Hurtful, but
no,
true.
Not you, just everyone, all of this.
Oh.
That was not very clear. My apologies.
Yeah, I feel fortunate that we have all been helping each other out, and everybody is willing to help me with my people, but I don't think it's a good idea for everyone to come. But we can talk about that later. We are busy enough with the tasks at hand. But thank you again.
Yes, I'm glad you got some use out of it.
Oh, for sure. Yes. It is it's a great weapon.
That it
Not
is.
really my style. But well balanced.
Yes. I'll leave you to it. See you at port.
Yeah.
And she'll walk about 10 feet away and then folds in on a lightning strike again as she bounces back to the Redemption.
That is so cool.
Okay.
Oh, to be such a really cool cleric.
Winnie, I believe you had your thing with Kallista, and then I think you had some other stuff. So.
Yeah, we're gonna backtrack a little bit, because I know all that happened after when he talked to Scarlett, but this would be before she talked to Scarlett. Sorry, I didn't expect that to kick off chain of events. At some point, after 9 a.m., the morning after the attack, unless you're on deck, Winnie's gonna come knock, knock, knock on your door, Kallista. Hi, hello, it's Winnie. Are you there?
Yes, one moment, Winnie. And you're gonna hear like the last little bits of like the metal rustling as she's been like trying to get her armor on, because it takes 10 friggin' minutes.
Do you want help? Little Jeffrey has hands and he's
No,
weirdly good at armor.
Nope.
Okay.
That sounds. Nope.
We could
That
build
was
in a little door in your door if you wanted.
That is, oh, what an interesting offer. Anyways, and the door opens. What can I, what?
You are greeted with the shield with Uriel on it.
Cool.
So just the Medusa's face right in your face.
Just
Yeah.
open the door.
She's
What?
just like holding up in front of her head.
Okay.
She's cursed. Can you help?
Okay. Okay. We need to back up.
When he takes 2 steps
Come-
back. Oh, okay. And then she'll come in. She'll
Yeah.
set the lower the shield so that she doesn't walk
Okay.
into you. But
Yeah. Okay. When you say she's cursed, there's kind of a checklist I'm gonna run through on that. Have you?
that's smart. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with. Did it talk to you?
Yes. She.
Okay. That kind of. Excuse me.
It's
She
their
talked
mom.
to you.
It's Uriel. Rocco
Who's-
and Flemma's mom. Well, I mean, that's what she says, but I have no reason not to believe her.
Interesting.
I mean, it'd be really unlikely, right? For it to be I guess it could be a completely different. Anyway, what's next on your list?
Okay, no, we can stop there. That's kind of the big one. Okay. So, and then we just got some extra information. All right, so it's cursed. You want help? Are you bound to it? Is that what is the help?
No, she's bound to it.
Okay, that sounds like a good thing.
Wait, I set it down. I put my hands up. Hang on a second. And
okay.
Winnie's gonna run away. I assume the shield stays there. She's thinking about the book that is cursed and will show back up. So after like a minute or two, she'll come back. Okay, it's still here. Yeah, no, I don't think it's stuck to me like the book is. Maybe her spirit? I don't really know how that works.
Okay.
Maybe there's a giant snake lady in there. I don't know. She is bound to the shield, I think.
Okay, and that's
Is what she said.
it's a problem?
Seems unethical at the very least. She asked not to be cursed anymore, which seems, like the right thing to do, is to not curse her.
When you say that it seems unethical, there is, I think, just like a moment of like a flash of something on Kallista's face before she just moves on.
When he makes a note, not even gonna ask for an insight or anything like that, because we're in the throes of science, and she's intrigued by this process.
Okay. Can she... I'm looking at this thing being okay, how sentient do I feel like this is? Can she hear us? Since Winnie put it down, I don't know. Okay.
She can't.
Okay,
I did angle it so that she can see us. I mean, assuming that like she looks out of
good.
her eyes. Just Winnie doesn't know.
Okay. I'm just gonna, and I will turn it around. just gonna rotate that. All right.
So you do touch the shield.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, let's go.
You do hear the voice. Then it's like, finally, playing this sort of like talking to other people. No, don't let go. Don't let go. I am Uriel. I am Lady Uriel. I am the one that is cursed. This is not the item that is cursed, although I am almost one and the same with the item. However, I am trapped within this escutcheon of sorts. This shield, if you want to be hesitant about it. But yes, I would appreciate any of your abilities to free me. And if you also have any enemies, you seem like a very nice person, that you would like to be petrified, I'm more than happy to do so.
Can I hear that?
No, you are not touching it at this point.
Okay.
All right. Nice to meet you.
I'm sure it is, yes.
Did you say that out loud, or did you think it at her?
I'm gonna try to think it at her, and if she doesn't respond, then I would say it out loud. But it sounds like I can have a telepathic thing. I think at this point I've been part of a mind link often enough to be like, this was in my head. Let's try in my head and see how that goes. Still doesn't know if Anders can hear her in there, but you know, that's fine.
You would think he would have snarked at you a lot over the conversation you had with Scarlett, and especially the conversation you had with Proximus.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So he's either saving it up, but it seems like he would have had a lot to say.
Yeah. The infrequency at which he pops up is like one of those things that she's made a note of to kind of be like, okay, what are his limits here?
I thought about it, but then I was like, no, you put him in a bag of holding. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like I think he was in the bag, and I did probably leave him there for a full day.
Yeah.
So I guess while we're having this conversation with the shield, I'd have pulled him back. I will probably actually leave him in there until the day we get to port. I think that would be when I finally pull him back out.
Fair enough.
Because I was spending some time thinking about how long of a timeout, and he also doesn't know time, so especially in a bag of holding. So I was like, he doesn't know. I don't know. Anyways, back to this. Okay, so. Who I am usually pretty adept at removing cursed items from people, not removing people from items, so this might take a little bit of research and work.
Do you think she's gonna be a person? Or do you think she's just gonna like go poof into the Medusa afterlife?
That is one of the questions I need to answer before I commit to doing this, because
smart.
All due respect, it seems very lovely, and I'm keeping my hand on the shield.
Isn't she nice?
She seems very lovely. I don't know how upset she's going to be about having been in the shield, even if we're the ones who help her out. And then number two, I don't know if it particularly matters how upset she is about it, because we do just have to kind of accidentally make eye contact before it becomes a problem. So I would like to make sure I understand what is going to happen as much as I possibly can before addressing that. So, Uriel, so lovely to meet you. If I could ask for you to have a little bit of patience while I sort some things out and learn some things, and then we can revisit the conversation.
That is fine. I am going to... You know where to find me. All I would ask is if you have enemies that need to be turned to stone, you just let me know.
I will certainly keep that in mind. Quick question. How did you end up cursed to the shield?
My terrible children. I kept telling them, you need to get proper work, don't be pirates. And then they murdered me in cold blood, although I think all the Medusas technically have cold blood, so that doesn't really matter. And then they beheaded me, and then they used some dark eldritch curses to essentially trap me within these what was before a mundane shield, and will never be again.
Okay.
Because I was incredibly powerful, but it took both of them, and I was sleepy, and I had also had a little bit to drink, not a lot. You know how wine is. And yes, they just caught me off guard. And then they put me in their fucking room, so I just had to sit there, and I couldn't really say anything to them.
But now you're here. You seem very nice and very lovely, and you have a lovely shade of hair.
Thank you. All right, so what I'm gathering is not a big fan of your children necessarily then.
I mean, I understand that they are dead, and I try not to be. I try to live in the now. Well,
Okay.
not live. I exist, sort of.
Okay.
I'm just ready to move on. It is very boring being a shield. I don't know if you've ever been one. It is, you know, you kind of feel like, oh, if I'm upside down, I might be a plate or I might be a discus. But, yes.
Okay. Lovely chat. Thank you for all of the information. I am going to cast my nice little, like, weird combo of where we said, like, I kind of cast Detect Magic, but since I know curses or whatever, it kind of gives me some insight on that. I'm just trying to figure out how dangerous this would be to, like, let anybody be holding this. Like, I don't know if I can insight check a sentient shield, but I'm just trying to level set, like, hey, in the meantime, could we get away with using this a little bit? Because it would also be, Kallista does miss having a magic shield, so this is a little tempting.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Do me an Arcana roll as you're doing your Detect Magic.
Yikes!
I need Uriel and Anders just in the back of your mind
No.
bitching at each other.
Oh my god. I would actually love to
Yes.
hear her
Do it.
argue with him. That would be great. And then at some point, I will just yeet myself into the ocean. But conceptually, really hilarious. That's a 12.
Okay. So, using Detect Magic, this is, I guess the magic is somewhat abjuration, but I guess also transmutation. It doesn't necessarily seem inherently, again, the item itself is not cursed. It has a cursed soul bound to it. And that is at least like the battery for the power in it, but you're also getting that like there's enough innate, she's in there long enough that there is innate power in the shield itself. Should you, you know, want to send her onto whatever great beyond awaits for her. Yeah, without identify, I don't think I'm going to give you like all the details on this, but it doesn't seem to have any like any adverse magic. That is to say, I think it has a lot of magic in it where you would recognize this as a legendary item. So, it is an attuned item. So a person who has this for a decent period of time, an hour to attune to it, could do some damage with this, for sure.
Cool.
So you wouldn't want this in the wrong hands.
Yeah, okay. I will let go of it. Okay. I don't know how I have to... If you haven't already talked to Rollin about those curse books, if we could add something about this into that list of things, that would be nice to have. I think it is, if someone wants to use the shield, if you would like to keep it in your lab, if you would, I don't imagine you're much of a shield user, but
I'm supposed to be, but I kind of forgot about it until like recently. So
okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Little Jeffrey and I both have sort of been fighting with our hands behind our backs. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, and yet here we are, still alive. So, thank you for your donations, Curdle Mac and Hanseath.
Okay, yeah, that's still on my list to get to at some point. I don't think this is inherently terrible right off the bat.
That's a ringing
So-
endorsement.
That's probably as close as I will get to an endorsement for this. I still have questions and I am worried, but also the fact that...
If you search your heart, are you worried about this specifically or just in general because we're kind of operating under like a ship of doom at any given moment?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes, just yes to both of those. Okay. Right, I don't think I can use this right now, but maybe do some trading of equipment at some point.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. And I'm not going to put her in the equipment closet until she's like fixed because that's rude. But she'll be in my lab, yeah, if you want to talk to her or if you want to take her out or whatever.
Winnie, and I'm gonna like crouch, so I like just like squat down a little bit so we are eye level, and I put both of my hands on your shoulders.
Little Jeffrey puts his hand on your knee.
Great. Winnie, I need you to promise me.
Yeah.
That if at any point she says anything...
A little tentacle from her shoulder coat, the shoulder of her coat, like, wraps around one of your fingers, like, just testing.
Yep, nope, I already looked at this cloak, I already knew that was going to happen, this is fine, this is fine. If at any point she says something that would indicate considering harm to anyone on our crew...
She does often ask if, like, she can petrify that person or that person, but I just say no.
If it's just scattershot, that's fine. If it starts getting pointed, you let me know, and we will do something else about this. But for the time being, this is so frighteningly low on the priority list. If once upon a time you had told me a Medusa shield was talking to us, that'd be at the top. And now I'm not even sure it's top 10. It's certainly not top 5. So.
No, that's fair. I understand that. But you know, you see why I had to mention it, right? Like, I don't want to be trapped in a shield forever.
Even if it wasn't for the reasons I would mention it, I am glad you mentioned it. Yeah. Anytime an item talks to you, hands down immediate should be a concern.
Her
items aren't
eyes,
supposed
like,
to
roll
talk
down
to you.
Little Jeffrey and then back to you, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, okay. If we're just talking about him talking, I understand that you're responsible for that.
You know, he's lower C cursed. He's not like cursed.
Yes, yeah, he's not capital C cursed TM. It's fine. I understand that little Jeffrey is unacceptable. I mean, if you pick up an inanimate object and it talks to you. So.
I'm only an object when I'm dead. Same for all of us.
Very true, little Jeffrey. Very true. I'm just gonna like pat his head. I'm gonna shake the weird. I mean, like, I don't think the tentacle like comes with, but it's like, I don't know if anybody else does this. If I touch something that like is like a sensory no, I have to like wipe my hand on literally anything else to like replace the feeling. So it's like I take that hand away and I'm just kind of okay.
He pats your leg in like the same rhythm that you're patting his head.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Fun fact, he cannot pat his head and his stomach at the same time. He can't do the like.
I certainly hope so.
Whose fault's that? Why didn't you program him with that?
Programmed with something better that we'll find out later.
Concerning.
Baby, it's a fun tool. Do you have any papers laying around your cabin that are super not personal?
I can't imagine there's any reason I would have any papers. Like anything that I found on the other...
Yeah, don't worry about it then.
Yeah, I found the other logs. Like I shared those with everybody, so I was like, I don't know.
Like a staple remover, or is he like a 20-hole punch?
Oh, if you're asking for little Jeffrey, if he's looking around for something to chew on, I will absolutely...
Not to chew on.
Okay. Yeah,
show off his talent.
Yeah. I would say, you know what? The one piece of paper you see is I have tacked up where you had the tapestry of like the hang in there kitten. I have put little Jeffrey's little welcome back that he drew is tacked under that. So that paper is there.
That's so cute. Completely useless to showing off his new talent, but super cute. It's like the one thing he wouldn't go for. So all right.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I hope you have a good day. Bye.
Bye, Winnie.
Yeah. I mean, unless you wanted to hang out, but...
No, I should go check in, especially if this was day after the thing. I should go check in with Constance and see if she needs any help with any residual injuries and check in with... Jenn forgot name.
Trisha?
Whoever
Honey.
Not Honey. Honey's later. Whoever would be the reasonable one to check in with, like, do you need any help with, like, current, like, ship repairs? Are there things we found overnight?
That would be
like,
Sammy.
Sammy, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think it's Trosho. I think Trosho's quartermaster?
Trosho's quartermaster. Yeah, Bosun is Sammy. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I check in with Sammy about, like, getting instruction if there was anywhere in particular he could use my help and just, like, going to do that routine for that day.
Sure. being generally helpful.
Yep.
All right,
Uh,
Winnie, you had something else?
I guess I could do it today. I was gonna do it the day of the attack, but whatever. Shell phone, my ridiculous brother. Hey, hi.
Wait,
It's
don't you have to send shell phones like in a mile?
yeah, sending. Sorry.
Yeah, the
oh.
sending is through the shell phone.
Yeah. Yes, because I do not have sending. Hello, it's Winnie. 30 crew members, comma, reliable. Enough gold to fix ships. Like, over Candletide, Redemption and Mercy. And any books or information on curses and curse removal, please and thank you. I didn't count, that might have been 2.
That's fine. Okay, so you're asking for... simplify it for me. You're asking for 30 crew.
Yep, total.
Gold... gold for...
To repair just fucked up
to
ships.
repair. Okay. What was that about Candletide?
I was doing the comparison of when we lost, when
Okay.
our ships
Yeah.
came in and they were all
damage
trashed.
similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rollin can transport 8 willing creatures, and that is that's a 7th level spell. Okay. Let me check what he can do. What you're going to get back, I think, in short, is heavy sigh. That's a lot of crew, but give me a few days. I can get you what you need. Did you mention where you were going?
I think we did. If we didn't the first time around, I would have this time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when we sent to him yesterday to kind of do the initial, like, hey, we're going to need gold, we
Yeah,
told
that
him
wouldn't
we're
make
going
any
to Waterfall.
sense
Yeah.
to not tell him where we were going, so. Heading to Lorefall.
When in Lorefall, go to the... what do I call it? Colossus Vaults. I will have crew waiting there. Okay.
He can't see that, obviously, but when he gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, a little thumbs up for him. I need to check what his capability is for how long that's going to take him. Let's see. How many level spells do you have? Okay, where's your... Okay, so for... okay. He has 1 7th level spell a day, so that's... divided by 8, it would take him almost 4 days to send those crew there. Maybe, upcasting, maybe he has something that can give him a spell slot back, but he will be able to have 30 crew waiting for you by the time you get there. We can say that you did send it the day of the attack. Okay. So it sounds like he has resources available for you. Again, the Colossus Vaults is where you need to head. Okay. Anything else for anyone before we wrap up our 5 days and get to Lorefall? Mare.
Yeah, I want to talk to Panveer about the proposition I made to Scarlett.
Okay. You find him an evening in his hammock. You've been sleeping essentially relatively near him. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my head up because I feel like even on like the top hammock, I'm tall enough to just like look.
For
Like I can't like climb or anything. Is he sleeping? Is he chilling?
He's hanging out. He's like, you see more than anything, like as you're approaching the hammock, you just see a knife flipping in the air, and then it looks like it's landing like blade down, and then it flips up again, It's always like landing point down. And as you walk over, he's just doing like little knife tricks.
Yeah, I'll lean over. I'll look into the little hammock. I'm like, you got a couple minutes?
I have all the time.
Um,
I'm here.
is there anyone else in the quarters?
Not super nearby. There's he's kind of, maybe he's on a break. We can call this like near midday, so that the quarters aren't like full of sailors that are taking off the night shift. But yeah, a few people just kind of moseying around. There's somebody sleeping in the far corner, just softly snoring, but
Yeah.
nobody seems to be paying attention.
Yeah, so I'll just like lead my arms like on the hammock and like
Mhm.
this, so it just like, it like, goes down a bit. I got a proposition for you. Don't know if you had any time to think about what you might want to do, but I talked to Scarlett, and if you wanted to get a trial run on being actual crew, as in working, getting paid, not being a complete little shit. I'll just give like a little wry grin at that. After the trial period, if you show you can handle it, she would be open to having you as an official position. And I thought I'd at least offer it.
Got me a job, Acacia, trying to make me go straight on this one.
Straight is not the right word considering we're wet thieves.
There's that. So what? I'm going to become part of the crew, get paid, regular pay. What are the benefits like?
Derek, I would know the benefits, right?
There are no
Besides,
benefits. Like he's being a
he's being a
smartass.
shit.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Uh,
you're a pirate. Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
benefits are like you don't get thrown
yeah.
overboard sometimes.
You
Uh,
get paid. You get paid, obviously. I would say the number. I don't remember how. I may or do not remember how much it
Yeah.
is for regular crew. Paid on the first of the month, as well as a share of whatever is pirated.
Who do I answer to?
Scarlett. And
Oh,
first
so I'm
mate.
going to be. Oh,
First mate and Scarlett, which is Marcus.
all right. I've got nothing better going on, and I assume that means that I can just up and leave the next port and go about my business, or am I being conscripted into this burgeoning navy?
No, you can leave. You've always had that option. Scarlett's not going to keep you here. Not like how, Tombstone twins conscripted their crew.
Sure, things absolutely could be worse. Good perspective making.
Come on.
No, that wasn't. I know I can be a smartass sometimes, but that actually was valid. I know that things could be worse, and I'm not trying to be. I appreciate what you're trying to do, and a bit of direction is helpful. I've been compassless for some time, so I suppose why not? What's it going to hurt, right? I've already got my blisters, my calluses, and he holds up his hands, and there's like one tiny, tiny blister that's like starting to form into a callus. It's like, it's tough work. Scrubbing decks, holding ropes.
Also, maybe stop. Not stop. Space out your stacked hands of gambling. Apparently, the gambling is being a problem.
Snitches. Fine. I'll stop
Not
stealing all their
snitches.
money.
It's more so they're just complaining very loudly.
That's what snitching is.
It's not.
Fine, I'll stop.
Swindling.
stop swindling
As
frequently.
Yeah, as frequently. I know it's an impossible ask to tell you to stop, so I'm not gonna fucking bother. Derek, I would like to also do something super quick because I was reminded. I'd like to roll a sleight of hand check to steal his coin.
Sure. Let's see here. Go ahead and make your roll, and I will see what his whole deal is here.
I'm going to use my inspiration from last week, my recap inspiration, because that was terrible. Jen, this was your die that rolled the 1.
Maybe
balanced.
maybe it's vengeance for when you tried to murder me earlier today. Maybe it was when you
Wow.
maybe
I
it was
didn't-
when you
That
maybe it was
was
when
roll
you
20's
maybe it was
fault.
when you crit with a disintegrating dagger.
Keep that in mind, everybody. Long Dog Dice still belong to Jen. They do her bidding.
I got a 25.
Okay. I think a 25 is going to, in fact, beat his perception on this one. I don't think there's anything that will help him on this. So, yeah, he's at one point looks away, and he's just kind of like looking. He's using the knife to like glint off a little bit of light that's streaming in through one of the porthole windows, and just like the Tressum's pouncing after it. And he's distracted with that, you identify it. You see like this little coin shape in his
I
tunic,
know where it is.
and just right out.
Yeah, and then I'm just like playing with it around my fingers. You know, the coin rolling across the knuckles. I'll just be doing that as I continue the conversation. The plan is going into port in Lorefall within the next couple days. Deal with the, dropping off the crew from the small ship, and then going from there. So you do have, if you wanted to leave, we will be stopping at a port soon.
Not in Loyfall, thank you so much. There is Hook presence there. So
Lovely.
I will be staying up. I assume we're not taking all the ships into port, and if we...
The Mercy is staying. I will need to keep an eye on the Owlbear until it is ready to be transported out of my room.
Great. Then I shall be on the Mercy.
Okay. And if there's anything else you needed, and just to talk, let me know.
50,000 gold?
I don't have 50,000 gold.
I haven't asked what I needed.
Why do you
No.
need 50,000 gold?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
If I didn't want the answer, I wouldn't have asked. Do you want me to roll persuasion?
Sure.
I only got a 7.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and winks.
Hey, Acacia, I really do... I see what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. I'll try harder.
I'm just happy that you're trying. But at some point, and in all seriousness, maybe let's actually catch up without having any serious conversations.
Sure, one of these days.
And with that, I'm going to let the coin fall into my palm, and I'll like put it in like his like front pocket and just like give it a little pat. Time to go feed the bear.
Not a euphemism.
What was that?
It's not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism. But yeah, I give the coin back very clearly, like I took it and I put it in his little pack, his one of his pockets. Very visibly.
All right. Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do in those 5 days?
I will do something the night before we get into port. It is after Proximus has returned the Warhammer. It is night. Says Kallista's going to bed. She's already done her greater restoration for the day. Actually, she would do it before that because she doesn't know if she'll need to use her divine intervention right now. But she is going to sit down. She's in her quarters and she's kneeled down and kind of doing like her evening prayers. And then this is where I kind of leave it up to Derek what resource you would want me to spend at this point, if anything. If it would be divine intervention, if it's I have prepared the spell commune, which like I'm not trying to ask a series of yes or no questions to get an answer. I was like, I am actively beseeching getting a response of some kind, direct or indirect. And she's gonna go through all of the prayers, and she's got Zeal in front of her, and will, after kind of doing the normal routine, go, I know what this weapon is, or at least what I believe it to be. And while I do not feel worthy of it, I recognize that I don't believe in coincidence, and you keep putting it back into my hands. I would ask directly and explicitly for your permission to wield this, at least temporarily, because I do think that whatever I'm doing here, I am going to need all of the help I can get. And I am happy to just be its steward until a more suitable holder presents themselves. But I would like to know that this is with your blessing and your permission.
So, you're beseeching your deity. We can start with a religion check.
Okay.
However, if there are spells you would like to utilize or abilities you'd like to utilize for this, feel free to throw those out. Again, commune with yes or no. We could do that. I mean, asking if this is something that Avandra, is that correct?
Avandra, yeah.
Avandra, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm casting it more to just be like the hello. It's more like me knocking on the door of like, I would like to come to your office hours and actually like, get something back from this. I don't like the idea of using commune because I'm not trying to like demand anything, I think is the other thing too. So I am happy to even just like be like, I've burned a 5th level slot for this, which is what commune would be, even if it's not like exactly doing that.
In that case,
okay.
Let's use divine intervention for this.
Okay.
We'll use the 2014 divine intervention.
Okay.
So I'll have you roll a percentile dice with advantage.
Okay.
And you are looking to roll a number equal to or lower your cleric level.
I want a 14 or lower. Hey, you guys. I know you don't get used very often, but I believe in you. Oh, you're not even going to be the right one, actually. I need the one that's got the 2 digits on it. There we go. Or my brain will shut down. That is a 54, so that's not going to do it.
Okay.
That is a 4. I got a 00 and a 4.
Okay. Remind me where you're doing this.
I am in my quarters. I'm assuming there's like, the quarters are high enough up that there might be like a little porthole window or something. So like, if I've got something that would be open to the outside, I would have that open, but I am in my quarters with the door closed.
Okay. When Kallista thinks of Avandra, when the Changebringer is the title that I think she who makes the path. I think those are terms that are often attributed to her. What has drawn Kallista to this goddess the most? Like, what maybe imagery does Kallista associate most with Avandra?
I think the imagery she gets most is, I think what resonates for her the most is the freedom and freedom to travel aspect. And so I think that like when she pictures Avandra, like like when Kallista goes to her place of prayer, like she is imagining like walking on like a well-beaten kind of like trail that's in not like in like wooded woods, but it's like where we're just outside and there's grass and there's trees and like a nice gentle breeze, and she can see the shore off in the horizon, and like it is like this calming place uh of being able, there's nothing restrictive around and I could go anywhere and go any direction. And I think that's what she kind of pictures and goes to in those moments.
Okay. Kallista, as you open your eyes from this prayer, you look around and you find yourself in that environment. The sound of creaking ship wood has faded from all around you. The sound of waves crashing dissipates, and there is just soft breeze. And you look up to see a darker skinned humanoid hand reaching down to you. Do you need help?
Yes, I do.
Seems like that's been a trend for you lately. Needing help up.
Yeah.
Your goddess, as I'm reading the description of her, and
Mhm.
perhaps Kallista, perceives her differently. But Avandra is usually depicted as a dark-skinned young woman with light brown hair, sometimes silver, that changes into a road behind her, symbolic of the many possible roads ahead. And looking down this path, you see that it converges far into the horizon. More land and more green than perhaps you've seen in a very, very long time. Even Phoenix Landing didn't have this expanse where there's not even salt in the air. I like this place. What do you think?
It is lovely. I have missed this.
What else are you missing?
I'm doing a lot of starting over, and I don't know exactly where to start over from. And I am missing the sense of belonging to a place. I feel like I might be starting to find it, but it is frightening to be presented with the idea of having something to lose again.
I made this road that we're standing on. Where do you think it begins? Where do you think it ends? You're standing on it right now, perhaps for the first time. Is this where it begins for you right now, right here? Is this the beginning of the road?
I don't think it does begin or end. I think I'm just on it for however long I am.
Yes, so why start again when you've been walking this road for so long? We take new steps, we pass by new things, but these are not our first steps. It is not the beginning or the end. The road goes on as it should, and we walk it. We don't have to walk it alone. Even when we have lost things, there's always a way of things coming back.
road can take us many places. It can take us to familiar sights or strange and the new. It can take us home, or it can take us into uncertainty or even outright danger. But that is not the road's fault, and it's certainly not the fault of the person who walks it. She holds the hammer, just kind of swinging it idly off to her side. This is a very nice weapon.
I've been told it's well balanced.
She tosses it up in the air and catches it. Pretty good. Are you fond of not accepting gifts? That came off ruder than I wanted it to be.
No, that's a fair question. I question whether I deserve them.
Is that up for you to decide when you receive a gift? You must have been terrible at Candletide.
Yeah, it's actually not one of my better holidays. I apologize for my hesitancy to accept the gift.
You owe me no apology, Kallista. I would never have you apologize for a piece of you. What I would appreciate is you recognizing that it is a piece of you and that you are not missing any pieces. And she starts to press her fingers in the air, and they start to form shards of stained glass. And she starts to press them into the air, forming this hovering stained glass depiction of you. You seem to think that as you lose things, that they can never be found again or rebuilt, or that they are missing from you, when people or places, when we experience loss, that it is a loss of ourselves. But she takes away a small pane. I've always found it interesting these were called panes. And yet something so beautiful is made of pain. Spelled differently, I know, but interesting all the same. I've always found it interesting as well that the light shines through all the same. To think that one is not worthy of a gift. It is to think that a thing is greater than they. This is... She holds up her hand and the hammer is gone. Nothing. It can be remade with great effort, I assure you, but reforged all the same. But you... There's only one you. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but I heard you. I always hear you. And you have always been worthy. I'm not sure what more I could do to let you know.
think I just forgot how to listen for a little bit. Out of practice.
We've been long distance for some time. I understand. That's okay. I never forgot you.
I have some work to do.
But at least you have the tool to do it. And she points down, and you find that you are holding the hammer. Where did that come from?
Couldn't begin to tell you. And I just kind of move it around a little bit. He was right. This is very nice.
We encounter all sorts of things on the road. Sometimes what the road gives you, you just accept and keep walking. And eventually that road's going to take you where you need to go.
Can't wait to see where it leads.
Well, I will be there wherever that is.
She'll like take the hammer and hold it to her and give a nice, like, respectful bow. Thank you. For everything.
I do what I can.
You do it well.
You see that she touches that stained glass that has been floating, and it turns into a mirror. And she holds it in front of you, and she goes, "Say that again."
I do what I can, and I do it well.
Demonstrate.
And she boops you on the nose, and you find yourself back in your quarters. All of that sensory information still somewhat present, like a scent leaving the room, fading ever so slowly. And a single leaf just drops down from the ceiling and lands in front of you from one of the trees nearby.
She's holding this hammer and is kind of looking at it for a little bit, and then looks at the corner where her other hammer is just leaned up against the wall. Different tools for different jobs. Let's get to it then. And she will stand up and is going to like spend a little bit of time just like finding that balance point and just kind of getting the rough feel for it. And we'll spend the hour to attune to it finally before she goes to bed.
Okay. All right, attuned to zeal then.
This is where Derek tells me it's not actually zeal and it's cursed, and I'm about to have a terrible time.
No.
Next
After that
week
scene,
on
are you
Horizon's
kidding me?
Call.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
That would
We'll be completely
so
honest.
Mommy Avandra wouldn't let you be cursed.
No.
Of course.
It was Orcus the whole time.
Flashback to a few hours ago.
Imagine getting booped by Orcus.
Oh my god, no thank you. That's what happened earlier.
Yeah.
We all got
Blood for the
Orcus
blood god. Yes.
All right. Anything else before we reach Lorefall and wrap up our session here? Okay. Your 5 days pass. You sail your ships, leaving behind all but the Redemption. We'll say a few hours outside of port, they make anchor. It's to the point where you all are seeing other ships passing by. There are fishing vessels and a variety of other nations' ships that you recognize as well. There's some Imperial merchant ships, but no like military navy ships that you note. Let's change stuff up here a little bit. But as you get closer and closer, you begin to see land. I have to imagine that you do anchor your ships within sight of the land of Polanus. And as you're getting closer and closer, you can see in the distance that there are mountains and there are these like to the point where like the clouds obfuscate the tops of the mountains. Closer and closer, the Redemption sails with... Are you all going to be aboard the Redemption? I can ask Kaila when Scarlett gets back. Is anybody not going into town?
Weenie is.
Okay.
Acacia would like to go into town, but she really feels like she should be... Unless someone else wants to, like, hold on to, like, whoever has the mask of speaking with animals and owl sitting, she's probably going to do it. Because I personally would like to go into town, but Acacia feels responsible for.
Yeah, I mean, Honey can approach you and be like, "Listen, I've always wanted to eat halflings too, so me and the owlbear got a lot in common. If you want me to talk to her and hang out with him, I'm more than happy to."
If you wouldn't mind, I'm burnt out trying to keep that creature occupied.
Fine, I got plenty of meat for it. Well, we're going to be best of friends.
It's
Thank
my
you.
mask, but I would let Panvir borrow it.
Pivir just like leans through the doorway and scowls at you.
Like,
I'm living on this ship.
No. We're ending shortly, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will do this next week then. But no, I will let Honey just praising her name.
Okay.
And then I'll also if anyone on the Mercy wants anything from port, I will also offer to grab stuff for them. That's all.
Right. Okay. So sailing into Lurefall, then I think the closer and closer you get, the more and more fishing vessels you see. And you see smaller fishing vessels, the ones that are just keelboats with nets, or those that, are meant for just like hooking fish or crabbing vessels. But then you start to see larger vessels that at first, by the size, you think are warships until you see that they are outfitted for large game. And it's to the point where you even see like a full-sized galleon ship that like it doesn't have any cannons. It's not loaded for war. It is loaded with fishermen. And this is a ship that is larger than even your warships. And it is being rowed out to sea. The sails are wreathed. And all of these ships seem to be just made for sea creatures, hunting sea creatures. The largest vessel that you see actually has the jaws of some sort of massive creature as its masthead, as the figurehead on the front. Perhaps maybe even some sort of sea serpent, judging by it. These aren't shark jaws by any means. You get more and more into you've passed through this break in the land itself, almost like a valley that has been carved, and you are passing by these tall ramshackle structures. They go up maybe 4, sometimes 5 stories, all seemingly built all on top of each other, all held together by sticks bracing against, like poles that are bracing against, as these buildings are also kind of leaning. They have some plaster, they have wood, but also perhaps not ideal for being directly close to the ocean, but built quickly for whoever is living here. And you can see that there are lights coming from all of the windows here. You also, as you get closer, the smell of rotten fish hits you like a wall, and it doesn't stop. And all about, you can see that there are fishmongers, there are people that are hauling in catches, these massive nets full of fish or crabs or shrimp, variety of sea creatures. And then you start to get to the big game. And as you're preparing to dock your ship, you see a team, almost an entire crew, hauling on a chain, trying to winch up what is a huge size, so category huge size, anglerfish. And jaws just like the tongue lolling out of it, the angler kind of dripping down. And this is like on display. You hear cheering going up. All about, you can see that there are shark jaws that are used as decoration like everywhere. This is like Gaston with antlers, just shark jaws that are everywhere. There's the heads of fish. Everybody has like a fish tooth, a shark tooth necklace. Some of them almost like sturgeon teeth, those really pointy ones. You also see that there are, again, sea serpent, sea dragon, giant crab. This place is nigh decorated in sea monster like paraphernalia. And it's not like touristy where it's like, hey, come look at this. It is all business here, as there are countless people all moving about the docks, the markets here. And as you pull your ship into dock, you can see that you are lined up with all these other fishing vessels, all these other market vessels. You know, fishing, shipping, logistics, and you can see that you are alongside Imperial vessels. You are alongside vessels that are dwarven. There are some halfling vessels here as well, a large variety. Kallista might even recognize, as I don't think any of you have come across these, some long ships, almost Viking-esque, more like if the Vikings had lasted a few more centuries and had adapted their ships a little bit better. Lined with shields, dragon boats is the term that they have attributed to them. So you see that those are lined up as well. And this town is just, it's dense. Again, the buildings are high. It goes up into this mountain, which is distant even now, but you can see that the city just stretches. And so, as you pull into Lorefall then and tie off your ship, that is where we will begin next time in the great city of Lorefall. Thank you again so much for joining us for another episode of Horizons Call. Thank you to my wonderful cast. Thank you for you in the audience. I am Derek Sword. You see him pronouns. I've been joined again by these very lovely people who I want to have say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. I do want to say right up at the top that you can tip us at any time if you like or even love what we do using our Pally. Pally.gg is a great tool. You can tip at any time, even middle of the week. If you hit an incentive, just goes paid forward whatever the next game is. And it gets evenly distributed. Whatever you're generous and able enough to tip gets evenly distributed amongst these fantastic people based on shares. These all are cast and crew. Like, they all put in a lot to this. So, let's go ahead and go around, and then we'll do some channel stuff. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. I am a Sword and Key exclusive at the moment, so just like here, obviously, you can find me every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, I will be in a pickup game of a completely improv game with a bunch of people. Just come watch us 1 p.m. Eastern time. And on Thursdays for 2 more weeks at 7 p.m. Eastern, I am running the Magnus Archives production cycle. And there's some great things going on. One of them being an escaped artifact, which is a ceramic dog with a funny hat. Just kind of dug through the floorboards and now is in the walls of the Institute.
Fantastic. Awful. Fantastic. Okay. Special thank you to Mare for running incredible games on this channel and also being a wonderful producer that often does production work for a variety of shows, including this one. Next up, we have Eva.
It's fine. What trouble could one little dog-shaped artifact get into? Hi, it's me, Eva. I have been your Sea Elf Artificer Weenie. I will also be here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time for You Awaken in a Strange Place. We'll see what happens. You can find me here every Saturday and various other times throughout the week doing production and whatnot. I probably have something going on at some point, but I'm so tired. That's all I got.
Special thank you to Eva for being the co-founder of this channel, my wonderful perfect partner, as well as doing a lot of the production work, including the production for our earlier Sword and Key SummerSlam game and this game. That's over 6 hours of streaming production and play. So thank you very, very much. Next up, we have Mikyl.
I feel like I need to do some type of rap ad lib. Ugh. Like it was so great. It was just the exhaustion. Oh. Eva. Hey, I'm Michael. You can find me at Michael Sandoval, Mikyl, Sandoval. I do some art, but most importantly, you can find me also a Sword and Key exclusive on the Sword and Key Discord channel. So check us out. I have my own little art channel in there. I post in the art all the time about Warhammer figures that I may or may not have been basing while we were just sitting around talking. And chilling with my favoriteest people right here on screen that I love the most. And yeah, I don't really have anything going on. I'm just kind of chilling. I got some art projects that I've been backed up on and
You have a Sunday
putting
game
up.
coming up.
Oh, yeah, I need to read a book, huh? Damn.
Read a book, Michael.
Yeah, on the 31st, we're gonna be playing. Is
You're
it?
in space?
Is it? Yeah,
And everything is
yeah.
fucked.
We're-
Yep.
And
And
everything
everything's
is
fucked,
fucked.
Yeah.
With who? With Anik, and
Yes.
she's going to step on my neck, and I'm going to tell her she's going to like it. I think that was the comment that. Yep. Don't don't act confused, Eric. You know.
No, there's no confusion. I was
just.
you said it before. I'm proud of you for committing to it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Great
Bye-bye.
taglines. Yeah. Special thank you to Michael, not only for the wonderful clips I'm going to get from that, but also for the artwork that you can find on basically all of the games where we have artwork. Michael has contributed to that. So the Sword and Key SummerSlam stuff, obviously the Horizons Call stuff. So massive thank you to him. And I guarantee that we're going to have more Michael stuff in the near future. Definitely something in September.
Facts.
And then if I can also peer pressure him into running a game, I am going to do that here soon. Next up is simply Kaila. Kaila had to bounce early, but special thank you to Kaila for always doing amazing work around here and for also doing a lot of production work as well. Kaila is also a Sword and Key exclusive, but Kaila has played Scarlett Shores, your Siren Storm Sorcerer. Not your styrofoam. That's different. Yeah, I don't think Kaila typically puts out socials too much, so just check out Kaila on Sword and Key stuff. And Kaila will be doing some stuff in December for the channel. They got pushed back, so looking forward to that. Next up, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I'm Lizalda in the places, and I'm also Long Dog Dice in the places as well. And you can find me mostly here, sometimes streaming on my own channel. We'll be doing some nice Spirit City, like body doubling, co-working stuff over the next 2 weeks while I make so many dice sets.
Incredible. Looking forward to it. I've seen some prototype stuff. I'm really looking forward to that one thing you posted in Horizons Call Chat. Okay. Thank you to Jenn for the incredible stuff that Long Dog Dice does, and also for being our resident lore keeper and for being having such a wonderful organized brain that we were really missing for a long time. Okay, I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I'm Sword, have Sword and Key. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I've been your GM for this game and a lot of games here on Sword and Key. If you would like to find all of Sword and Key stuff, I recommend beacons.ai/Sword and Key. It's where all of our links are. Beacons.ai/Sword and Key has our socials. That's BlueSky and Instagram. You can also go to our Discord. I recommend checking out at least one of those to see the application that is currently open for Nightmares on the Frontier. It is a casting call for a Wild West Eldritch Horror fantasy game using a modified version of the Blades in the Dark rule set, which is being run by Valdrinth. That is going to be closing tonight. No, tomorrow. When is it? When is it closed? I don't know. It's closing this weekend. But yeah, don't wait. If you're thinking if you ever want to play on the game on a game in this channel, in a game on this channel, switch those. Then you need to apply now. You should apply now. Needs a strong word. Do you. Nightmares on the Frontier seems like a very fun game. I'm really looking forward to when that comes out. So yeah. Also on Beacons, you can see all of our wonderful affiliate links like Long Dog Dice. Use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. You can get your perfect dice set, and you can even, if your perfect dice set has anything in common with mine, you can get the official Horizons Call dice. Thank you so much, Eva, for showing that off. There we go. That is a beautiful gradient of blue with little flakes of copper in it, and the D6 does have the Sword and Key logo on it, which is optional. You can also get the Long Dog Dice logo, a little Dachshund, as a really cute 20 side on your D20. So yeah, but other than that, lots of great dice there. Again, use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. You can also use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase at Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis. It is one of those great online resources for making your character in a physical way and then getting them printed out and painted, and even using VTT stuff. Or if you have a 3D printer, you can get a subscription. Lots of really cool options there, and some new options they're adding all the time. So check them out. We're also affiliates with Hit Point Press. They make Humblewood and the animated spell cards and Griffin Saddleback books. We have an affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing from them. Beacons also has all of our links for our charitable organizations, and that listed among them is also our Pally. There is still time to donate to Doctors Without Borders, as the Magnus Archives game is still raising money for them. But thank you to everybody, especially for earlier, who were wonderful and able enough to donate to Doctors Without Borders for the SummerSlam game. And again, massive congratulations to Jenn for winning, for being our Slampion, and massive appreciation and thanks to basically everybody else here who played in and even ran games. Let's see. Let's do some quick calendar stuff. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., I will also be part of the You Awaken a Strange Place, I think is what it's called. The 10 a.m. Pacific time game that is typically Anik and Eva's chaotic playthroughs. It is a no prep game. I'm looking forward to that. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and Tuesdays going forward, is Gate Night. That's where LD, Shadow, and I play Baldur's Gate 3, currently the only video game streamed here on Sword and Key. On Thursdays, this Thursday, especially the 21st, at 4 p.m. Pacific time, is the Magnus Archives game that Mara's running. That is the penultimate episode, with the finale then being on the 28th. 22nd is also our next Sword and Key movie night. Those are free. They're on our Discord. All you gotta do is be a member, be around. So that one is going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. It is when Marnie was there. It is part of our monthly Ghibli Watch. And then on next Saturday, the 23rd, we're doing a 10 a.m. Sword and Tea as our TTRPG chat show with Tribes in the Dark. And then following that, we'll have Horizons Callback at 3 p.m. Pacific time. As Michael mentioned, we have You're in Space and Everything's Fucked starting on the 31st, and then some great stuff in September, going into probably a little bit quieter in October. But November and December is going to be our next big charity push, more than likely for Project Hope. So keep an eye out for all that stuff, but we'll have some new games in the meantime with Nightmares on the Frontier, and probably some one-shots and smaller games along the way as well. But our Discord's always going to be the best place to see our casting calls. That go there first, and then they hit the socials a day or two later. So if you want to hang out, be a part of a great community, Discord's the place to be. That's all I'm saying. Okay, tonight we're going to be rating Fusca. So go over there, spread some positivity, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we hope to see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. But if not, we'll see you when we see you. And until that time, fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. Bye.